inside Plaza Mariachi for Country Box 41. Hi, everybody. I'm Al Bernstein, along with Albert Hainsworth, the great National League football player and the voice of Country Box for so many years. And yes, while it is Country Box, you can already hear that there's going to be a different flavor here tonight. The Cinco de Mayo celebration going on, the music and everything will reflect that. So we're going to have a different flavor for this evening. And Albert, in our card, something a little bit different, because in our main event we have Chris Houston, who is a really good amateur fighter, but very early in his pro career, just at 2-0. But he gets the main spot against Taryn Ward in the main event. And it's kind of interesting because this is like one of the few shows that you can be around where somebody like that, this can have that opportunity.
Well, you know, here at Country Box, Al, I mean, this is what it's all about. It's about these young boxers that's getting their chance on TV and in front of, like, you know, millions of people to be able to showcase their stuff. So just think about the people that's here, that's watching, being able to watch this on TV. They're getting a chance to see maybe a young Roy Jones, right? A young, like, Floyd Mayweather. You know, like, back in the day, we used to watch that, like, off of USA, like, Fight Night, Tuesday Night Fight Night.
The ESPN one I did,
yes,
too.
Yes, I know. That's where I knew you. Is how you became, like, a Hall of Famer. So this is what you get to do right here, right now at Country Box. So it's not a name brand fighter, but you're going to see a young talent that will be able to demonstrate what they do.
Yeah, exactly. And then you can put kind of a placeholder next to their name and stick it in your brain and try and remember it. Well, we have 7 fights for you this evening. We've got a lot of great music and entertainment. It is not the normal variety that we have, the country music, but it's going to be very festive and very fun, and we're going to have a great time here, as we always do on Country Box. And to kick things off, let's go to JT Conway in the center of the ring.
Happy Cinco de Mayo, everyone! And welcome to the Plaza Mariachi, where the festivities are underway as we begin here in Nashville, Tennessee, for the historic and record-breaking 41st installment of Country Box, where music meets boxing. Presented to you by Jimmy Adams Promotions. Quick special thanks to Edward Crow and Murder Cigars. We want to welcome our newest viewers watching us on Fight.tv, Triller TV, Little Rock IPTV, Pro Box TV. And don't forget, folks, for everything Country Box, including schedules, videos, and news, make sure you check out countrybox247.com and follow countrybox_official on Instagram. Tonight's broadcast is brought to you in part by Murder Cigars by Edward Crow. Folks, are y'all excited for Cinco de Mayo? Yeah, all right. This is going to get you more in the mood. Now, this is my first try at speaking Spanish tonight. It's only going to get worse from here, but we want to get it started with the great folks at Albert Hainsworth. How would you say that? Okay, he doesn't know either. Raíces de mi tierra folklore.
Sí, seguimos con raíces de mi tierra y esto es el gusto.
Okay, I think I did good.
Fuertes esos aplausos. ¿Y qué les parece si nos despedimos? Raíces de mi tierra con esto titulado. Déjenme que ellos acomoden y tomen su lugar. Seguimos ahí. Vamos por la que nos falta una, Michelle. Nos falta una. Esto es para despedirnos de ustedes. El jarabe tapatío. Gracias por su atención. Muchísimas gracias.
So the evening has kicked off with some musical and dancing festivities, and we're going to have boxing festivities coming up here in just a moment. Tyreek Muhammad making his pro debut against Sean Williams, a veteran who is going to be in action, trying to get his first win as a professional. And we were going to see how well they can do. So we've got a night of boxing on tap for you this evening, and we're starting off, as I said, with Tyreek Muhammad, who is a lefty from St. Louis. We have a lot of fighters from St. Louis on the card this evening, and his opponent, Sean Williams, is also from St. Louis. As a Cubs fan, it mildly offends me, but just a little bit. But no, I love St. Louis. But so we're going to see those two guys in action. Tyreek Muhammad in his pro debut, and you mentioned we've seen a lot of fighters here at Country Box involved in their pro debut, and it's always a good proving ground for them.
I mean, it's always like me in my professional, my semi-professional career. Well, heck, I can't say that. I would say high school. I didn't start out on
Wasn't
TV.
Professional back then. Right?
I was on high school. I didn't start out on TV. I'm not saying these guys are this is high school, but when you start your pro debut and to be on TV, you got hundreds of thousands and millions of people all around the world to be able to watch you. This is a chance for you to make a name for yourself. This is a chance for you, this day and age, is Instagram, social media.
Yeah, it's true.
This is a time for you to make a name for yourself. I mean, you could dance around, whatever, but it's all really about the skill. So these guys come out here and just, prove who they are. They can make a name for themselves.
And you make a good point. There is no filter here because this is going everywhere. If you've got an internet connection, you can watch it here. Somebody in Uzbekistan right now is going to see Tariq Muhammad.
Absolutely.
Let's go up to the center of the ring to JT Conway.
All right, fight fans, it is time for action here in Nashville, Tennessee at Plaza Mariachi on Cinco de Mayo. Our first fight of the night. Now entering the ring in the blue corner from St. Louis, Missouri, Sean Williams.
And Sean Williams makes his entrance this evening, who has yet to get his first pro victory. He is 0-6, but coming in and hoping that he can get off the snide and get his first win as a professional. And he has actually yet to make it to round 3, so he hopes to do that in the 6th rounder.
Ladies and gentlemen, Rick Ross in the building. Rick Ross on Cinco de Mayo. How does it get any better? All right, Sean Williams' opponent now entering the ring in the red corner. Also fighting out of St. Louis, check out this nickname, the Secret Weapon, Tariq Muhammad.
Well, Tariq Muhammad coming in here at Plaza Mariachi, and he hopes to not be so secret as the Secret Weapon, as Albert alluded to, getting a chance for people to see him and see what he's up to. And there is that young man. He's a left-hander who comes in here tonight hoping to make a very big impression on everybody in his pro debut. And there you see some of the numbers for these two fighters as JP Conway gets ready to introduce them.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, our first fight of the evening now. Rick Ross, I don't know if you noticed, but the red corner just blew the blue corner a kiss when he walked in. So I feel like there's bad blood already. Hey, this one is scheduled for 4 rounds in the welterweight division, presented to you by my friend Jimmy Adams. Y'all put your hands together. Without him, we got none of this going on. The godfather of Nashville, Jimmy Adams. We would also like to recognize Murder Cigars by Edward Crow. Murder Cigars designed for mellow and full-bodied smokers alike. Okay, I think I asked you before, you a full-bodied smoker, huh? You look like a full-bodied smoker, okay. You're supposed to say pause right there, pause. I don't know what that means. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, he weighed in at 143.2 pounds. Fighting out of the Lou, please welcome Sean Williams. And in the red corner, weighing in at 138.4 ready pounds, also fighting out of St. Louis, Missouri, he's making his pro debut, the Secret Weapon, Tariq Muhammad.
So we're set to kick things off here.
Right, your trunks are looking good.
On
Okay?
Country
Remember,
Box
protect yourselves
41.
at all times. Listen to my commands at all times. Any questions? Touch gloves. Come out swinging.
Fight 1 underway, Cinco de Mayo, let's go.
Tariq Muhammad, and you can see, is giving away about 5 inches in height to Sean Williams, and we'll see how that plays into things. But he's going to be trying to get inside against Williams for sure.
Yeah, you know, a lot of things, like you think about that height, but also that they're the same weight. He's more compact. So, you know, that's something you can have a little more power on it.
Williams obviously wants to keep this at long range, if at all humanly possible.
Yeah, he's got to learn how to get in. I mean, this is pro debut.
And even if you're a shorter fighter, the great Gil Clancy once explained to me that jabbing your way in is not about height, it's about timing.
Yeah.
And that's what Muhammad wants to do if he can. And, of course, the body is available to him as well. Both these men with nice right hook by Williams, who kind of goes back and forth from lefty to righty, which may or may not be by design.
Yeah, I mean, Williams with the longer arms, he doesn't know how to kind of shorten his punches up. I mean, now he's going to the body, which is great work. Yeah.
Both men actually have gone downstairs to the body now. Muhammad kind of out of necessity, and then Williams countering that.
We see kind of like Muhammad was taking a little bit of a deep breath, a little bit, because I think he was getting hit with the body shots that he didn't expect to get hit with.
And the overhand right by Muhammad, which he's going to want to throw against the taller man. Nice right hand by Williams. So Williams, who came into this fight seeking his first professional victory, has had himself a pretty decent first round, even though Muhammad has also gotten some good work done.
I mean, to me, on the scorecards, I have it pretty even right now, to be honest. Oh, that's the one thing Williams didn't like was that body shot.
Williams banging downstairs and to the head of Tariq Muhammad.
Muhammad needs to go more to the body because he got hit a couple times in the body, and Williams dropped his hands.
Good right hand by Sean Williams, and so he continues to get some impressive, if awkwardly delivered punches in with less than a half a minute left to go here in round number one in our opening bout. That right hand may have stunned Tariq Muhammad, but Williams doesn't follow up on it.
Yeah, most definitely should.
Williams punctuating what ended up being a pretty good first round for him.
There was most definitely swings in this round. I think Williams won it.
So that's the end of a very active round one, and both men landed plenty of punches. Williams probably a little better offense, and he opts to sit on the spit bucket, which I have not seen before. So just when you think you haven't seen everything.
In your years, you've never seen it.
I don't remember, Albert, if I ever have. It's a good question.
I think you will remember this.
I think I might, yeah. Here's toward the end of the round where Williams did some really good offensive work, and but probably cinched the round for him. Yeah, you would think I would remember that, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Even though the 80s are a little hazy to me, but still.
Al, you were partying in the 80s?
Well, it was, it was a good decade. It was a good decade, We're headed into round number two. You know what? If I hang around you long enough to do these broadcasts, I won't have whatever remains of my broadcasting career will be gone. If you keep dragging these secrets out of me, Albert. All right, round number two in this four-rounder between Tariq Muhammad in the red trunks, who is making his pro debut, and Sean Williams, also from St. Louis, as is Muhammad, who is in his 7th professional fight. I mentioned that Williams is, right hook sends Muhammad down. First knockdown scored in his career by Sean Williams.
Yeah, it was a very awkward. I can't wait to see that on the replay because I think he was just off his feet and got hit.
Yeah, but it counts as a knockdown, right? Because they knocked him down, and Williams delivers all his punches kind of awkwardly, but he got that one in. And so after first, there's another right hand by Williams. Tariq Muhammad now at long range, where obviously things are not going to go too well for him.
And this is one thing about when you get young fighters, like Muhammad. It definitely is his first fight. He's got to go to the body. He's been head hunting. You got the whole long torso of Williams right there in front of you, and it's start beating the body up instead of going to the head.
Yeah,
you see he's punching upwards.
Yeah, his problem is getting on the inside as well to do that, but he hasn't quite yet figured out how to do that. And Sean Williams, unaccustomed to this kind of success in his pro career, is having himself quite a fight. And this is the quintessential undercard scrap, where you see lots of punches landed, and even if it's not exactly Inoue Nakatani, in terms of skill set, it's fun to watch.
That's what like Muhammad should do right there. Is just start delivering body punches. Got to get in a little bit. Like right now, he's like outside. I mean, he's like right here in the same range for Williams to end his punches with the power. I mean, which it's, you know. There you go. Like he's inside. He got to deliver body shots.
Well, we got less than a minute left to go in round two. It's been a
Great
good one. There's
shot.
some of the body work that Albert's looking for, and then a right hand from Muhammad. Muhammad down. I don't know if that'll be called a slip.
Yeah, that was a push.
Half minute left to go here in round number two in this scheduled 4-rounder.
And those body shots really hurt Williams. I mean, you saw a difference. You see how, like, his punches, like, he doesn't have a control of his punches. If Muhammad literally gets inside his arms, because, like, I mean, you can see, like literally, like, Williams is throwing on the backside. He doesn't have range. But now here comes Muhammad trying to swing and, you know, for the head.
That'll do it for round number two of this 4-rounder. And for the first time in his pro career, Sean Williams will see the third round. And here's how that knockdown took place. Right hand that knocks him off balance and creates likely be a 2-point round. That was a slip that did not get called a knockdown, and appropriately so.
And here we go. We got another seat for Williams. You know, we got off the bucket. Now we're on a stool, like a rolling stool. Where we can
we've got a rolling stool. We have a folding chair, which you don't always see either in the ring. So, you know, hey, the one thing we know is if it can happen, it will on Country Box, right?
Absolutely.
You've been here for almost all 41. You've seen everything.
I mean, I've seen the oldest debut
here
before.
And we have somebody 54 years of age fighting tonight, Marlon Thomas. So we got that going for us, too. Headed into round three, the first time in his career that Sean Williams will see the third round. He's been stopped in all 6 of his pro fights prior to that. In this one, it would appear, by all accounts, that he's ahead in this match. He's had a knockdown in round two, controlled round number one. And so the onus is on Tariq Muhammad to do something dramatic. Muhammad in the red, Williams in the blue. 2 St. Louis fighters battling away. And Muhammad lands a couple of real nice right hands. Big shots. Williams in some trouble right now. And this enthusiastic crowd here at Plaza Mariachi is into it.
That's the one thing is like these guys just want to go straight for the head. Hey, what was that? Oh.
Muhammad lost his mouthpiece. Sean Williams, after being hurt here, is a decided difference. He is mostly using this whole ring, not doing much on offense.
Gotta go for the body.
Williams halfway spun around. You get the feeling Sean Williams is, he's landing some big shots. He looked like he was kind of ready to toss in the towel there, but now he's back on offense. And Muhammad takes a break.
Takes a serious
and
break.
a right hand to the body. Here's what Williams could do well to go to the body. Both men are exhausted. I think we can safely say that.
There's a minute, 15 seconds left.
And a full round after that.
Oh my gosh! What in the? I can't believe it. I can't believe it.
Well, the towel is being thrown in for Sean Williams.
Who was
winning?
No,
wait a second. It's his mouthpiece. They're putting his. Well, no, it was.
It was just
the towel was tossed in from his corner. They didn't like his body language, I guess. He did look a little disengaged, but that was odd to say the least.
That's a terrible call about a corner. It's a terrible call about a corner.
Yeah, I'm not sure what would have prompted that. He had been hurt earlier in the round, but didn't appear to be in any big trouble. In fact, when the corner stopped this fight, it was that man, Tariq Muhammad, who was in trouble because he'd gotten hit with some big right hands.
Wow.
So that is odd to say the least.
Yeah, you know what? Like you said, like what we said is like you see anything on Country Box.
Well,
and like I've never seen a corner that was actually winning the fight,
yeah,
call the fight, like throw in the towel. Like,
very rare to see that. Now here we see some of the action where Muhammad got some good work done, but Williams had him. This is right at the end, just before they stopped the fight. It was Williams that was doing the good work. So this is odd to say the least, but nonetheless, it's what happened. And we're going to hear all about it in a moment from JT Conway.
I'm probably sure JT's trying to figure out like what exactly happened. And I hope they call, I mean, I don't know if they will. Will they call out the scores?
No, we wouldn't hear the scores, but it's obvious that, Williams was ahead in this fight. Well, let's get the official announcement from JT Conway.
All right, folks, gentlemen, why don't we look at this camera right over here? At 1 minute, 53 seconds of the third round by corner stoppage, your winner in his pro debut, Tariq, the Secret Weapon, Muhammad. Wow. They like the secret weapon in here. Rick Ross, what do you think, man?
Got a whole new fan base.
That's it, man. He got his first win in his pro debut. Now listen, before I throw it back to the commentators, kill that music for me real quick. We want to introduce the commentators. Ladies and gentlemen, you may not be aware, but we are amongst boxing royalty right here. Al Bernstein in the building, folks. Boxing Hall of Famer. Doesn't get any bigger than that in the boxing world. Right beside him, Tennessee legend, my man, football stud, all-around great guy. You remember him, Albert Hainsworth. Ladies and gentlemen, we got a lot of excitement in the building. Tonight, we also have future UFC heavyweight champion Dakota Ballard in the building. Undefeated amateur MMA fighter, one of the scariest dudes in all of Nashville, Tennessee. Jimmy Adams, Rick Ross. It's a star-studded event. But right now, we're going to throw it to the commentators. They're going to throw it to an interview. Then we're coming right back for fight number 2.
All right, JT is the fountain of information here today. And yes, for this show, we do have an additional feature because Mike Rogers, who you've seen here as ring announcer and he's a very fine broadcaster who's been on this show as well, he's joining us to do some interviews from backstage. Let's send it to Mike right now.
Hi, we are here live at Country Box with Boxing Meets Country Music, and we are here with one of the first ladies of country music herself, Nancy Jones, the beautiful lady that kept the great possum on the straight and narrow. Tell me, how did you become a country music fan, Miss Nancy Jones?
Oh, a country music fan?
I mean, well, no, I'm sorry. We're here with country music and boxing, so let me rephrase that. How did you become a boxing fan?
Oh, because George loved it so much. So I would watch it with him and would be on the bus going down the road, and he's like, hit him, hit him, hit him. And I'm like, man, I love this. And so when Jimmy started inviting me to come out, oh, heck yeah, I'm right here. I'll be there. I love it.
Who was George's favorite fighter?
I have to say probably, well, we'll have to go all the way back to Muhammad.
Muhammad Ali. One of my favorites as well.
Oh, wonderful. Oh, yeah.
Now, do you remember sitting down watching a fight with George, in particular with an Ali fight?
Well, I watched George with every fight there was.
I wanted to make a joke, but I let it go.
No, you can go ahead. I had a few fights with him, too. But I didn't win all the time, but I did most of the time.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, you heard it right here first. George Jones was a country music fan, and you know what? And she told me if he was alive today, he would be right here at Country Box. Tune in for some great boxing coming right your way.
All right, and we have got great boxing coming up. We've got Jalen Green and Davion Williams. Green's been making his second appearance here on Country Box, trying to get himself a win, a first win on Country Box, and he'll be taking on the much taller Davion Williams. And so, with that, let's send things up to JT Conway.
All right, folks, fight number 2 is on the way. It's raining outside. I know it looks like I've been out there. We're just already sweating in here, baby. It's Cinco de Mayo in the 6-1-5. Fight number 2. Rick Ross, you ready?
I'm ready.
All right, baby, here we go. Now, entering the ring. Everybody's from St. Louis tonight. Where's Nelly at? Now, entering the ring in the blue corner, fighting out of St. Louis, Missouri, Davion Williams. Man, Davion wasted no time getting to the ring, man. He was out here before I was ready. He's fast, Davion. All right, his counterpart. Now, you said they were beefing during the weigh-ins? Okay, I like that little grudge match from the Lou. Let's see who it is. Who's going to go back to St. Louis with the W? Also from St. Louis, Missouri, in the red corner, another cool nickname, Jalen, the Backyard Dog Green.
Well, here comes Jalen Green. I mentioned it was his second Country Box appearance. On March 3rd, he was stopped by Julius Daniel.
He's got a mask on. Danny, he's got a mask on.
Just a few weeks ago, on April 18th, he came back to a win against a different Williams, beating Darian Williams in one round. And what those numbers don't show you is that Jalen Green is a left-hander. Clearly, he is giving away a lot of height to Williams, and that will be something he's going to try and get past during this evening.
All right. Hey, that's cool coming out to the ring in a mask. A lot of people wish I wore a mask up here. That's what they tell me, you know? Sorry about that, folks. Ladies and gentlemen, our next bout of the evening. This is also scheduled for 4 rounds in the light heavyweight division. Presented to you by my guy, Jimmy Adams. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, he weighed in at 190.2 pounds, fighting out of St. Louis, Missouri. Please welcome Davion Williams. And in the red corner, weighing in at 185.2 ready pounds, fighting out of St. Louis with a professional record of 1 win, 1 defeat. His 1 win coming by way of thunderous knockout. Here he is, the Backyard Dog, Jalen Green. We're waiting on a mouthpiece. We're going to need that. We're going to need a mouthpiece, right, Danny?
All right, boxers, your trunks are looking good. Remember, protect yourselves at all times. Listen to my commands at all times. Any questions? Touch gloves. Come out swinging.
Mouthpiece is en route. Danny, you got a mouthpiece in? Okay, looking good. Here we go.
So, Jalen Williams taking on Jalen Green, taking on Davion Williams. Williams 0-3, a 21-year-old from St. Louis, has his Green, and Williams was been stopped in all 3 of his losses. Last one was March 21st against Cesar Miranda, and he's hoping to change that tonight against Jalen Green. And here we go. Green coming out aggressively. Oh, and a big left hook Green, as we said, Green comes in here off a stoppage win over Darian Williams. And he's coming out. He is an aggressive fighter.
And I think like his last loss here in country box, like you see, he got power, but I think he just got tired.
Yeah, Julius Daniel, who we're going to see on this card in just a bit, and he engaged in a spirited battle, but Daniel's power was a little too much for him. And he is coming out here tonight with bad intentions against Williams.
And my thing is right now, you could kind of see like, even like, Green has been like nailing some. There you go.
Big counter right hand in which Williams hurt his elbow. So we're having an odd night here tonight. Williams landed a nice right hand against Green, but apparently injured his elbow, and I'm not sure this fight is going to continue.
Wow. I mean, like this is a second premature stoppage that, Williams definitely hurt his elbow, but he said he can continue.
Yeah, you saw the frustration of Jalen Green there. It was a right hand that Williams landed, and Jalen Green distressed about it over there, although he'll likely get a TKO win, I would think, here, unless it's ruled a no contest because of the injury. But that wasn't a clash of heads or anything.
No,
so
not at all.
One would assume it would end up going in the books as a win for Green, but we will find out. And whatever the case, they're looking at the doctors, and they're looking at the arm of
that's
Williams.
That's why he went down, is he was holding his arm and it seemed like he maybe overextended.
We'll revisit it here. You'll see a right hand that lands from Williams. There's the right. And then one missed.
Yeah.
And that's where he clutched his arm. And
you could see that was an overextension. You could probably if you look at it just playing football, you see how his arm kind of snap back, on the backside. It's definitely something with his arm. It wasn't a punch.
No, he was not. He was not hurt by any punches. It was clearly the arm issue. Well, so. Another abrupt ending to a fight here. And actually, it's too bad because that had the makings of a good scrap. The first fight was fun while it lasted. Yeah. This one, being fought at a higher level of expertise, was also looking like it was going to be an interesting one. But the injury to Davian Williams puts an end to this match in the second round, or in the first round, I should say. And so we'll get the official announcement here in just a moment from JT Conway.
All right, folks, at 1 minute, 20 seconds of the first round by TKO due to injury stoppage, your winner out of St. Louis, Missouri, Jalen, the Backyard Dog, Green. Davion, Jalen, I want to get to you real quick, but Davion, I know that's not how you wanted this to... Kill that. I know that's not how you wanted this to end, man. Let the folks know what happened with your elbow. The camera's right there, brother. Look that way. I'm going to hold the mic. You talking to it.
I breathed in my elbow. I want a rematch. Bo. You said another matchup. ASAP. Next week, maybe. Miami.
We'll be back next month. We can run it back. All right. Sorry about your elbow, man. Hey, things happen. It's the fight game. I know you'll be back bigger and better for it, okay? Y'all put your hands together for Davion Williams. Nobody likes to go out like that. Backyard Dog. All right, first things first. You got to tell me about the nickname, man. That's one of the hardest nicknames I've heard. The Backyard Dog.
I'm just a dog from St. Louis, man.
That's what's up, man. And I know that's a tough town. So if you run around with a nickname like that in the Lou, you must be tough. Hey, talk to me about, there's somebody in the building right now that I think you got a little smoke with. Speak on that for me.
Julius, I just got a dub, so that mean, man, Russell coming, and I need my rematch.
Who do you want the rematch with?
Julius Daniels.
Julius Daniels, if you're in the back and you hear this, the Backyard Dog wants it. When can we see it, man? That one ended way too quick. I know you didn't take any damage. Can we see you next month?
See me anytime.
Anytime, he said. Anything else? You want to say anything to your sponsors, your coaches, your girl back home, your other girl back home, whoever.
Shout out my son, Corey, and TBB, man. We the best out.
Let's go. The backyard dog, everyone. Jalen Green. All right, it's Cinco de Mayo, so we're going to keep it popping. Manny Gabriel is in the building. Manny, where you at?
In the bathroom.
I think that's Manny.
Saludos, feliz 5 de mayo. Y cuando quieras tú divertirte más, venga y bailar sin fin. Eso, yo sé de un lugar. Venga mi gente, venga el ánimo, que te y disfrutarás eso de una noche que venga, nunca olvidarás. A ver si alguien se la sabe y me quiere ayudar. ¿Cómo dice? ¿Quieres bailar esta noche? Todo, vamos al Noa Noa, Noa Noa. De ambiente donde todo es diferente, donde siempre alegremente bailarás toda la noche. Venga la alegría, mi gente de México, ¿dónde anda? Este es un lugar de ambiente donde todo es diferente, donde siempre alegremente bailarás toda la noche. Ahí. Venga mi gente, ¿dónde anda? A ver esa bulla. Qué bonito, mira nomás. Feliz 5 de mayo a toda mi gente. Ándale, ey, 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 a ver, vamos a bailar. De este lado, eso. Chica, 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 chica. Venga, venga la alegría aquí en Plaza Mariachi. Venga. Que se vea la alegría. A ver cómo dice el corito. ¿Quieres bailar esta noche? Los que están atrás, vamos al Noa Noa, Noa Noa, Noa Noa, Noa Noa, Noa Noa, Noa. Vamos a bailar. Otra vez. Vamos al Noa Noa. Vamos a bailar, Rosy, baila conmigo. Vamos al Noa Noa, Noa Noa, Noa Noa, Noa Noa, Noa Noa, Noa. Vamos a bailar. Allá atrás. Vamos al Noa Noa, Noa Noa. Qué bonito soy ese coro de este lado. Venga, chicas, chicas, vamos a bailar. Vamos a gozar. Vamos a bailar esta tarde. 5 de mayo, 5 de mayo, pura fiesta, esta tarde con toda mi gente que nos acompaña. Venga eso, vamos al Noa Noa, Noa Noa, Noa. ¿Dónde están esos aplausos? Que se oiga, muchas felicidades. Feliz 5 de mayo a toda mi gente. Un tema más para ustedes. Venga, ¡viva México! Venga mi gente, venga. amor. Y voy recordando cosas serias que me pueden suceder. Pues ya me pregunta que hasta cuándo nos iremos a casar. Venga, amores, a ver quién se acuerda y me ayuda. Pero yo le contesto que soy pobre, que me tiene que esperar. ¿Me ayudan, amores? No tengo dinero ni nada que dar. Qué bonito se oye, venga. Si así tú me quieres, te puedo querer. Pero si no puedes, ni modo que hacer, que yo no tengo dinero, ustedes. Lo único que tengo es amor para amar. Si así tú me quieres, pero si no puedes. ¿Y dónde está el grito de las chicas? A ver, chicas, venga ese ánimo. Feliz 5 de mayo. Yo sé que a mi lado tú te sientes arriba San Luis Potosí, muy feliz. A ver acá. Y sé que al decirte que soy pobre, tú no vuelves a sonreír. Que va, que va, que va, que va, que va. Yo quisiera tener todo y ponerlo a tus pies. A ver, hay amores, pero yo le contesto que soy pobre, que me tiene que esperar. ¿Me ayudan? No tengo dinero fuerte. Lo único que tengo es, si así tú me quieres, allá, pero si no puedes. Una vez más, amores, por favor. No tengo dinero. Lo único que tengo es, si así tú me quieres, pero si no puedes. One more, ay. No tengo dinero ni nada que dar. Lo único que tengo es amor para amar. Si así tú me quieres, te puedo querer, pero si no puedes. Ni una más, amores, como dice. No tengo dinero ni nada que dar. Lo único que tengo es amor para amar. Si así tú me quieres, te puedo querer, pero si no puedes. ¿Dónde anda mi gente de México? ¿Sí viene México? ¿Sí está México aquí? Ni modo que hacer. Aquí está San Luis, ya vi. ¿Dónde está el aplauso? ¡Feliz 5 de mayo! Muchas gracias por estar aquí, por acompañarnos. Nos vamos a echar una mano, se están dando tiempo. Gracias a ustedes por la confianza. Gracias por permitirnos cantarles un ratito. Que Dios me los bendiga a todos en este día, que todos sus sueños y sus metas se cumplan. Y yo le agradezco a Plaza Mariachi la oportunidad de venirles a cantar. Y quiero ver si ese temita por aquí que está apareciendo, ¿dónde está? ¿Dónde está? Que tiqui, tiqui, tiquita. ¿Dónde anda mi gente de México? A ver esto. Ay, no aparece, no aparece. Pero vámonos con esto entonces. Si no aparece esa, aparece otra. Ahí está, ahí está, ahí está, ahí está. Para todos mis amores, con mucho cariño. Para todas las mamás en este ya cerca Día de las Mamis. Caballeros, personas lindas, ¿me regalan un aplauso para mamá? Aprovechando que vine aquí, un aplauso para ella. Querida, cada momento de mi vida yo pienso en ti más cada día. Mira mi soledad, ¿cómo? Mira mi soledad, que no me sienta nada bien. Oh, ven ya, querida. Eso, amores. No me ha sanado bien la herida te extraño y lloro todavía. Qué bonito están cantando acá. Mira mi soledad, amores, que no me sienta nada bien. Gracias ahí. Oh bella, querida, piensa en mí solo un momento y ve, date cuenta de que el tiempo es cruel y lo he pasado yo sin ti. Oh ven, ven, ven ya, querida, hazlo por quien más quieras tú. Yo quiero ver de nuevo luz en toda mi casa. Oh, querida, amores, ven a mí que estoy sufriendo. Oh, ven a mí que estoy muriendo. Venga, en esta soledad, en esta soledad, que no me sienta nada bien. Oh, ven, querida, amores, por lo que quieras tú más, ven, 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 más compasión de mí tú tienes. Mira mi soledad, ¿cómo? Eso, que no me sienta nada bien. Oh, ven, todo, querida. San Luis, venga, eso, querida. Dime cuando tú vas a volver acá. Dime cuando tú vas a volver. ¿Dónde está ese grito de México? Venga, amores, que soy el ánimo. ¿Qué le pasa? ¿Qué le pasa, Lupita? ¿Qué le pasa a esa niña? Ay, Dios santo. Acá de este lado, ¿cómo? Querida. A ver, chicos, chicas, ¿cómo dice? Ayúdenme. Eso, los que están allá también, los que se la sepan. Dime cuando tú vas a volver, caca. Dime cuando tú vas a volver. Muchas gracias, venga. Eso, muchas gracias a mi gente por estar aquí, 5 de mayo. Felicidades a todos, esta noche los quiero. Muchas gracias. También a Plaza por invitarnos. Que sigan disfrutando este 5 de mayo. Felicidades a todos ustedes. Se quedan en su casa con más sorpresas. ¿Dónde está el aplauso? Gracias. Dios me lo bendiga. Gracias.
We are back here live on Country Box, where country music meets boxing. And we are here to talk to Jimmy Adams Promotions' newly signed Chris I'm the Problem Houston. Unique nickname, guys. I'm the Problem Houston. He says, I'm going to be the problem to anybody that gets in the ring with him. So we got to talk to you tonight. Well, I want to know about your opponent. I want you to tell me a little bit about your opponent and what your plans are for him tonight, maybe even a prediction.
Only thing I know about my opponent is that he likes to box and move around a lot. Truthfully, I don't see anything special, anything important, anything I need to worry about. I just know that it's going to be exciting for me, exciting for the fans, because I told you guys yesterday, don't blink, because everything he does wrong, I'm capitalizing on.
Okay. And so what is your prediction? Do you have a prediction? Are you gonna go out there for the KO? Are you going to look for the KO, or are you just going to see what happens?
I like doing just whatever my opponent does. Mostly I like going for the KOs. So, again, I told you don't blink. I know y'all like KOs. Everyone's been telling me go kill him. I'm going to get him. You ain't got to tell me twice. I'm going to get him. Knockout.
All All right. He said he's going to get the knockout tonight. Chris, I'm the problem, Houston. I'm telling you, he's coming knocking. NASA better look out. Houston better look out. The world better look out, because Chris, I'm the problem, Houston is going to be a problem for everybody. All right, we're back to you guys.
All righty, we're set to go for our next battle. Zahir Fox, who is making his pro debut, taking on Keyshawn Rainey, who already has 2 fights as a professional. Fox giving up a lot of height in this fight. Both young men are at the beginning of their pro career, 21 for Fox and age of 22 for Rainey. And we're going to see how these guys do. And we're going to go up to JT.
All right, folks, the action keeps rolling on here in Nashville, Tennessee. We are already at fight number 3 of the evening. Three's a charm. Let's see these gentlemen get it on. Now, entering the ring in the blue corner, what do you know? He's from St. Louis, Missouri. Keyshawn Rainey.
Well, here comes Keyshawn Rainey, who's making his second country box appearance. In October, he lost by a KO. That was stopped in the first round. And he is a left-hander. As we mentioned, he's going to have some height and reach advantage in this match. See how that benefits him or not.
All right. Our first fighter not from St. Louis, now entering in the red corner, fighting out of the ATL. Give it up for Zahir One Shot Fox.
Well, here comes Zahir Fox, who had a very good amateur career. And in 2025, he got 2 wins at the USA National Championship
walks out with no music? That's hard.
Before being eliminated. So he had a very fine amateur career. It was interrupted a little bit, but then he got back to it because earlier on he had been in a number of excellent youth tournaments.
That's
and
cold.
this young
My man don't even need walkout music.
Could be a very, very good prospect.
His name's One Shot,
as
sir. Looks
a
like you had about 8
professional.
shots.
We mentioned he's
Right
standing
down in the front
5'7", giving up some height
Zahir
tonight.
One Shot Fox.
And we look at the numbers again, which indicate to you the height disadvantage that Fox is facing, and a 21 with that amateur pedigree, hoping they can have a good career.
Yeah, very nice crowd. Very nice crowd. Real quick, give it up for yourselves. Cinco de Mayo, Nashville, Tennessee. Make some noise. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, our next fight of the evening, scheduled for 4 rounds in the super bantamweight division, presented to you by the godfather of Nashville fighting, Jimmy Adams. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, he weighed in at 131.4 pounds, fighting out of St. Louis, Missouri, your boy, Keyshawn Rainey. This man is the first guy I've ever seen walk out with no music and a Michael Jackson jacket. In the red corner, you know he's cool, weighing in 127.4 real cool pounds, making his pro debut, fighting out of the ATL. Atlanta, Georgia, stand up. By way of New Jersey, your boy, One Shot, Zahir Fox.
All right, boxers, trunks are looking good. Remember, protect yourselves at all times. Listen to my commands at all times. Any questions from anybody? Touch gloves, come out swinging.
Anybody ever ask questions, Danny? Never.
So we're set to go for this 4-rounder in the super bantamweight division. Zahir Fox, who, as I mentioned, has had a fine amateur career, anxious to get going in the pro ranks, and Keyshawn Rainey would like to get his first win as a professional. the left-hander in the blue trunks.
You know, like right now, like you can see, like Rainey, he's not trying to use his height. You know, he's actually like spread his legs like to, you know, be like on the same height as Fox. Just kind of, to me, I don't think it's a good thing.
Right hand sends, well, they're ruling it not a knockdown, but Rainey looks a little hurt.
Yeah, I would say that was definitely a knockdown.
And the mouthpiece comes out, and oh my, are we headed for another short ending? Yeah, we are. So, Keyshawn Rainey goes the way of several other fighters tonight.
We need the doctor.
Well, it was ruled not a knockdown, but there was likely a punch involved there because he appeared to be hurt at some point.
Hey, it was definitely a punch involved, and again, his name is One Shot Fox. So for him, like, I mean, he definitely like freaking landed a shot and it hurt him.
Doing his best impression of Jack Palance at the Oscars, I should say. So another abrupt ending to a fight here. As we'll take a look back on it. And here is. Well, I don't even know. That was kind of a cuffing right hand. Maybe something in the fall affected Keyshawn Rainey. I don't know. But
it also you saw a little, a tiny little body shot maybe.
Yeah, almost nothing really got through. But nonetheless, that
should have been stopped. What was he hurt over? Like his
feelings? It's hard to tell. But in any case, that's what happened. Let's go to JT Conway.
All right. Let's find out. What did he catch him with, Danny?
I'm not sure what he caught him with, but there was not a knockdown. Their feet got entangled. That's why he went down. But whatever shot it was, they got entangled first.
What'd you hit him with, man?
Whole bunch of shit, man.
Got it. Okay. Let's bring him to the middle, Danny. Let's bring him to the middle. I'll interview you afterwards. You're funny. We'll talk to you after. Let's bring him to the middle. He said a whole bunch of stuff. You ready? Can you come to the middle? Can you make it to the middle, Keyshawn? All right. 41 seconds of the first round. Your boy One Shot out of the ATL, Zaire Fox. Zaire, you seem like you'd be funny on the mic, man. What do you want to say real quick? We got to make it quick.
That's what the one shot mean right there. Y'all ain't even see it. Nigga gone, one shot.
It was like a magic trick, man. Show me on me. What'd you hit him with? Don't hit me hard.
Can't give out my secret.
Okay, a magician never reveals his tricks. Put your hands together for our guy, One Shot Fox. All right. Now I'm sweating like I stole something, but these folks are going to put on a show for you, whether the air's on or not. Everybody, you're in for a treat. I don't know how to say this in Spanish. Ballet Sol de Mexico. I think.
So, as the festivities continue here, we're going to get back to boxing. In the ladies' portion of boxing, women's boxing, Jordan Narrison making her pro debut against Sarah Click, who is a veteran of professional boxing and also a member of Team Boxing League, where she's another part of pro boxing, where she has performed on several occasions. And so we're going to see if these two fighters can take us a little farther into their bouts and find out about them. JT Conway.
All right, folks, the action keeps rolling on. It was too hot. Albert Hainsworth told me I could lose the coat. Albert, do I look fat without the coat, though? Be honest.
You look good.
Can you see my man boobs?
You look good.
The scarf's covering it? All right, we good. We good. Y'all let me know if you can, all right? All right. Hey, real quick, before we move on, this happens every month here in Nashville, Tennessee at Plaza Mariachi. If you're in town, if you're local, come out and see us. It's the first Tuesday of every month. Jimmy, we've been doing this a long time, right? 41 times we've done this. We are at Plaza Mariachi right here on Nolensville Road, South Nashville. Stand up. The next one is June 2nd. Come out and see us. Look around at this crowd. This is the place to be. You want to see it live. All right, these fights are going to get better and better, and I guarantee this one's going to be good. Fight number 4, now entering the ring in the blue corner, fighting out of H-Town, Houston, Texas. This was my nickname in middle school, Sarah Mocha Madness. Click.
Well, here comes 34-year-old Sarah Click, originally from California, now living in Orlando. And I mentioned she boxes in the Team Boxing League. And in her last outing there, she lost to Isabel Vasquez as she was competing for the Houston team. She has a 2-4 record in TBL. Now, her last pro bout outside of the Team Boxing League was a draw with Courtney Chase, who was also making her pro debut, as is Narrison. And while she doesn't have a glittering pro record, 8 of her 12 losses have come to undefeated fighters. So she's a solid fighter who has just got a couple of bad breaks and is likely to be very competitive in this match.
All right, Mocha Madness with the hard walkout music. Now, entering the ring, her adversary from Brooklyn, New York, Jordan, 2 Guns, Narrison.
Well, here comes Jordan Narrison making her pro debut, as we mentioned. She is from Brooklyn, New York. She has been active as an amateur, a 3-year amateur career, fighting in the New York area mostly. She is her last amateur fight was in 2024, so she's had a bit of a layoff, and looks like she's stoked for her professional debut. She is originally from Abilene, Texas, but now very much a part of the Big Apple. And there we look at the numbers of these 2 women, both in their 30s. The dimensions of them are very, very close. Obviously more pro experience for Sarah Click, as we outlined, and we'll see whether that makes a difference in this fight.
All right, folks, our next big fight of the evening, scheduled for 4 rounds in the featherweight division, brought to you by Jimmy Adams Promotions. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, she weighed in at 123.6 pounds, fighting out of Houston, Texas, by way of Boston, Massachusetts, a veteran of 16 professional fights. Please welcome the Queen of Mean, a Life of Nice, the Madness of Mocha, and it says here a brown baddie, I just have to read it. From Boston, Sarah Mocha Madness Click. And in the red corner, she weighed in at 123.6 pounds, making her pro debut right here on Cinco de Mayo, fighting out of Brooklyn, New York. Please welcome Jordan 2 Guns Narrison.
So Jordan Harrison, who lives and boxes near the bright lights of Broadway, comes to another music capital and entertainment capital of the world, Nashville, Tennessee, for her pro debut to take on Sarah Click. And here we go.
Straight up.
Click has a good jab, which she's starting right off with. And Harrison has a really good right hand. In some of her amateur fights, she showed power with that right hand. And she'll be wanting to use that punch as this match goes on.
You know, one thing about Harrison that I'm seeing, her chin is like straight up in the air. You know, and that's one thing, like Click being like a little shorter, she can aim for it.
Harrison going downstairs to the body.
And Harrison just like, you need to keep it like she's throwing a lot of punches. I don't know if they're like landing though, but there's
Click going downstairs with a nice right hand and the jab as well. You mentioned the big edge and experience for Sarah Click, 14 pro fights and 6 more in TBL, which is also professional. Nice right hand by Harrison. I mentioned she has a good one, and she snuck a good one in there.
This is right there. Like, to me, this is right here. It's going to test, Click about moving her feet. Because if she moves her feet, she can land some great shots on Harrison.
Yeah,
she can't be right in front. She can't be right in front of.
Yeah, she likes to use movement and angles, and she'll likely do that a little bit. So good first round. Interesting first round for these two women, and Harrison landing some nice right hands. Click has done her share of offensive work as well. So round one goes into the books, and nothing weird happened, so that was good.
Yeah, no premature stoppages.
Yeah, so far anyway. And the first round ever for Jordan Harrison in the pro ranks is in the books for that 33-year-old. And we look back at some of the action from the last round. That was an awkward moment early in the round where her balance was lost for Harrison. And here on the inside, nice little short right hand by Click, but Harrison coming right back with her own combination work.
Yeah, good three-punch combo. This is a good thing where, like, you see Click, she's standing up right here between the rounds. It's showing that she's not tired. I mean, we've seen every single type of seat here.
Exactly.
Her stand up.
Apparently, she didn't like the spit bucket or the rotating stool, so she opted for standing. We're headed into round number 2 of this 4-rounder featherweight encounter between Jordan Harrison, who is just landing those shots, and Sarah Click. And Harrison getting off to a blazing start here in this second round. She's a very good straight puncher. You know, she's a 1-2 combo kind of fighter. She will land that right hand and set up the jab to do it, and that's what she's doing here. Kind of like the old Green Bay Packers, to make a football reference, right? They used to run that sweep and dare you to stop it.
Yeah, I mean that's exactly what she's doing. I mean, if Click can figure it out, like, you know, just to make her miss, it's gonna change the game.
Yeah, well, you mentioned some angles would be good for Click. Click landed a nice right hand there, and now we're seeing a little movement from her. But very good beginning to this round for Jordan Harrison. And of course, women's rounds are 2-minute rounds, so they fly by a little bit. And Click switches to lefty.
But she's still not moving her feet. Like, your feet are planted, and you're right here in front of Harrison, like she's going to land.
Yeah, she's allowing Harrison to kind of get to her because of the lack of lateral movement. About a half minute left to go in this second round, and another really good round for Jordan Harrison. this is probably exactly how she dreamed of her pro debut going. She, other than some good moments by Click in the first part of the first round, Narrison's really taken control.
Yeah,
big right hand by Jordan Narrison.
Yeah, Click sent it right in front of her, so she gets the tee off.
Well, that'll do it for round number 2. And for Sarah Click, it was a difficult one. She remains standing here during the course of the...
I don't see a stool or a bucket or...
Nothing.
No. Well, not an empty bucket anyway.
No sitting devices for her. And for 33-year-old Jordan Narrison, she's happy with the way these 2 rounds have gone. And honestly, watching her in this about comparing it to the video that I saw when she was an amateur, you can feel like she is a much better looking fighter than she was then, even though she showed promise in those. And she hasn't had a fight since 2024, but has been working and with very, very skilled trainers in New York. So that's you can see the efforts of that. So we're heading to round number 3 of this scheduled 4-rounder. Narrison with the yellow stripe on her trunks, and Sarah Click in virtually all black. And it's been a tough outing for Click so far. She'd like to do something to change the dynamic of this fight.
Yeah, I mean, what you can see right now is just like literally like being Narrison being like a young fighter. Of course, this is her debut. She's 34, but this is her debut. Like, you don't really see a lot of fighters that like come out swinging with both hands. You know, mostly they're ones that are like loading up, trying to like land some. But like Click is trying to do Narrison's trying to do damage with both hands. And I mean that's kind of throwing like Click off.
Yeah, Narrison is throwing a lot of combinations, and Click has not been able to counter very well with those. Click, the 34-year-old, with the 14 pro fights and 6 more in the Team Boxing League, but that experience has not shown here tonight. It's been Narrison who's been really dominating most of the action. And we have only a half minute just about left here in round number 3. And more of same from Jordan Narrison, and she's mixed in body work as well.
Yeah. I mean, she's throwing like everything as far as like a young fighter, like, you know, pro debut. She's thrown every type of punch. You know, she's not just head hunting or anything like that, but she's throwing every punch.
So at age 33, with a late start as a pro, she's making the most of her first professional bout. And that'll do it for the 3rd round. And we will get to the 4th round here tonight. That hasn't happened so far. Now it is. We welcome you to the Plaza Mariachi. Al Bernstein along with Albert Hainsworth. Mike Rogers doing interviews backstage. We have a very enthusiastic crowd here as they celebrate Cinco de Mayo here at Plaza Mariachi. You've seen the colorful entertainment that we have seen throughout the evening. And we've also had boxing action, which has been a little up and down, but right now we're seeing a very good performance by Jordan Narrison as she makes her pro debut. 33-year-old from Brooklyn, New York, looking for her first professional win. And we are into round number 4. This final round of this featherweight encounter. And Narrison continues with some nice body work. You know, Narrison is leaving herself open for counters, but Click's not being able to take advantage of that. Those are kind of wide punches coming from Narrison. There's a right hand by Click, but Click has not been able to respond because of the volume coming at her.
Yeah, and I think that like overwhelms a boxer. You're seeing a volume, but you got to see like quantity over quality. Just because somebody's throwing a lot of punches, that doesn't mean that they're like doing any damage. But like if you can like sit here and analyze your punches and like know that you're not really getting hurt, then you can figure out like how to get in.
Well, yeah, some of those big right hands though have been pretty good by Narison. So they're not feather punches, but Click just can't seem to. The problem is she can't respond to it. And big straight right hand by Narison, and she continues the very similar, although she's mixing in a lot more left hooks now than she did earlier in the match. And there's only about 40 seconds left in this featherweight matchup, and Jordan Narison having a ball.
Yeah, I mean, like with that, because her punches are all at the end of her arm, so they're not short punches. So literally, if Click can get inside a little bit and kind of move. And when we saw it in the first round, where we saw when Click kind of moved out of her way, and Narison fell, with a it wasn't a knockdown or anything like that. It was a slip, but you moved out because she's putting her whole body behind it. I mean, it's just kind of a thing that I think she a coach, you kind of got to look at it. You got to know what you can do. But Narison definitely won this fight. I think she fought a great round. Oh, well, actually, we got.
No, that's it's a 4-rounder. After 4 rounds, Jordan Narison gets her, in theory, should get her first win as a professional. She pretty much dominated the entire 4 rounds. Sarah Click had some moments in round 1 that were effective offensively for her, but not nearly enough probably to win that round. And Jordan Narison, 33 years old, amateur fighter from Brooklyn, New York, stepping into the pro ranks. And many women have started in their 30s in pro boxing. It's less now. Now more younger women are doing it on a regular basis. But if you go back 5, 6, 7, 8 years ago, it was the norm for women to be starting in their early 30s.
Why is that?
Well, partially because they didn't have enough opportunities, and so by the time they got into their amateur career, then they would be they would have had a 3 or 4 or 5 year amateur career, and all of a sudden they're 30 years old and they're starting as a pro. And there were fewer pro opportunities for women as well. Now, much more plentiful. So it's kind of old school for Narison, but she did a really good job here tonight against a tough veteran in Sarah Click. And JT is gathering up the scorecards to see what they say. We can only anticipate, but we assume it's probably a win for Narison. Let's go up to JT.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, after 4 rounds of ferocious action, I knew we'd leave it to the ladies to bring the fight of the night so far. Y'all put your hands together for both of these combatants. That was a great fight. That was so far, hands down, of course, that was the fight of the night. Nobody threw in the towel, thank goodness. All right, hey, y'all went to war. That was awesome. Now we go to the judges' scorecards. Judge Danny McGrew has this, 39-37. The professor, David Hudson, has it 39-37. And Judge Jacob Nevin has it 40-36. All for your winner by unanimous decision. Out of Brooklyn, New York, the red corner, Jordan Two Guns Narison.
So Jordan Narison gets her first win as a professional. Apparently 2 of the judges thought Click probably won that first round. That would be the only round I could imagine her getting. But in either case, Narison gets the win. And it is, as we mentioned, it's her first win as a pro, and she more than earned it.
I think one thing I had the opportunity to meet. Had an opportunity to meet here on Country Box the great Christy Martin. And, like now with her new movie that just came out, I think that probably will boost up boxing, women boxing, a lot more.
Well, women's boxing has been on a roll. It's in a golden era so this is a great period for it. Well, we're going to roll along with some boxing action, and a man whose name was mentioned earlier by Jalen Green, who wants to get a rematch with him, Julius Daniel, who beat Green on Country Box, is going to be taking on Armando Reeves. And Julius is a fascinating guy who has a great story and also is a fun fighter to watch. And we're going to get to see him in just a moment or two. Let's go up to JT.
All right, folks. That was a great fourth fight of the evening. Now, once again, please remember, June 2nd, we're going to be right back here at Plaza Mariachi. Mrs. Jimmy Adams just told me there's going to be 2 belts on the line. 2 belts on the line, June 2nd. Make sure you make it out. If you're in Nashville, swing by. We're down here in South Nashville, just off Nolensville Road. All right, folks, it's time for our 5th fight of the evening. Keep the action going. Things are getting exciting. How you feeling? This guy's nickname is the Punching Preacher. That's a cool nickname, man. How'd you get that nickname?
Because I've been preaching for the last 20 years.
What about punching?
Doing that too.
Okay, that makes sense then. I see where you get it. All right, fight number 5 coming up. Now entering the ring in the blue corner from Jefferson City, Missouri, Armando Hard Hitting Reeves.
Well, in the cruiserweight division, we've now got this man, Armando Reeves, a journeyman who, while he doesn't have a glittering record at age 29, comes in here off a loss in February 28th. And he's going to try and upset the apple cart against Julius Daniel. And Reeves has not won a match for a couple of years, so he's thirsty to get into the winner's circle, and he hopes he can do that tonight against Julius Daniel.
Hey, why not on like Cinco de Mayo?
Perfect, yes.
All right, folks, his opponent entering in the red corner. Guess where he's from? Nashville, Tennessee, the 615, your boy, Julius, King of Hearts, Daniel.
Well, Julius Daniel has won 2 straight by stoppage here on Country Box. And March 3rd, he had a TKO over Jalen Green, who you saw win earlier this evening. And before that, he ruined the pro debut of D'Artagnan Ware with a TKO in the 2nd round. Julius is an Army veteran. He was a paratrooper in the Army. He started a nonprofit organization in Florida to help with mental health after his own struggles after leaving the military. And he has got a late start in the pro ranks, but he's a fun, exciting fighter to watch. And there are the numbers with these 2 fighters. Daniel will have a big height and reach advantage. He is a lefty, so Reeves is going to have that to deal with as well.
All right, folks, our next fight of the evening scheduled for 4 rounds. This is in the cruiserweight division, presented to you, of course, by the Godfather himself, Jimmy Adams Promotions. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, weighing in at 195.4 pounds, a veteran of, get this, 38 professional fights. My man is fighting out of Jefferson City, Missouri, the hard-hitting Armando Reeves. And in the red corner, weighing in at 182.2 pounds, fighting out of the 615, Nashville, Tennessee, by way of Jacksonville, North Carolina, holding a professional record, 2 wins, 2 defeats. All his wins have come by way of knockout. Check out the shoes and welcome the King of Hearts, Julius Daniel.
Touch him up. Good luck. God bless.
So this one is set for 4 rounds in the cruiserweight division. Julius Daniel, the left-hander, who is looking for his 3rd straight win on Country Box, and Antonio Reeve, who would like to get his first win since 2023. So it's been a while for him.
I like the jab that Daniels came out with.
Oh my, a right hand sends Daniel down. Antonio Reeves flips the script on Daniel. And that hurt him. Early in this round, there's a long way to go for Julius Daniel, and he's on his bicycle trying to figure out how he can get through this first round. Daniel landing a straight left hand. He's trying to, a left hook by Reeves. He is smoking here in round 1, Reeves.
I mean, he's focused more than I've seen. I believe I've seen Reeves here before, and right now he's very sharp.
He's doing a very good job here in round number 1, and Daniel trying to shake the cobwebs after that first round knockdown. And Daniel is a very aggressive fighter, but right now he's trying to be more tactical because he doesn't want to rush in and get hit with another big shot by Reeves.
That was a great counter by Reeves that put Daniels on the ground.
Yeah, straight right hand, and then we saw Reeves use some good body punching as well.
This is probably what he needs to do, is just kind of touch the body a little bit and not kind of rush in. He wants to tire out Reeves, especially with this record. Of course, everybody's going to come out at their best in the first round, but you got to take them in deep water, and then you got to drown them.
Daniel using his jab at range. He does have a height and reach advantage, Daniel, so he's trying to use that. And Reeves has slowed his pace now. He had Daniel in trouble, but he's not really taking advantage of that right now. But this is a 2-point round for Reeves if he doesn't go down himself.
Well, the one thing, right now, Daniels has stopped kind of punching. He started punching again, then Reeves got comfortable, trying to land some punches. I mean, Reeves' arm length is a heck of a lot shorter than Daniels.
Yeah, he's got a height to reach disadvantage. There's no question about that. Under a half minute left to go in round number 1, and Julius Daniel in the red trunks, who came in here on a roll with 2 straight stoppage wins or in early rounds, was the victim himself of a knockdown in round 1. And it looks like he's going to make it through the first round unless something big lands here in the final seconds. And that'll do it for an eventful round number 1. Armando Reeves, who came into this fight with a lopsided record against him, a veteran and journeyman. But he's gotten off to a blazing start here in this match against Julius Daniel.
And, of course, you got Daniel's opponent that he beat. Talking trash to him, like a young gentleman that just fought earlier, 2 or 3 fights before. As soon as Daniels hit the floor, he jumped up, is talking trash, hey, I want a rematch. So let's see how he handles. I mean, this might be a different a fight with him and Reeves.
Now there was some of the body work that was after Reeves had scored the knockdown with the right hand, and that was another good offensive sequence for him. Yeah, earlier in the evening, Jalen Green, who was stopped by Julius Daniel, said he wants a rematch. But right now, Julius Daniel has Armando Reeves to worry about. Reeves on the right of your screen, the right-hander, with a knockdown in round number 1. And Julius Daniel trying to pick up the pieces and see if he can string together winning rounds and maybe get a knockdown himself. Good right hand again by Reeves. When he lands that right hand, it's making an impact. And now he switches to lefty.
Yeah, Reeves is like definitely a counter puncher. He's waiting for Daniels to come in. And, and you can see kind of like Daniels, he has the long arms and he has that reach advantage, but he's waiting for him to like throw a like awkward punch, and then you seeing like Reeves come in and hitting a 1, 2, or 3 combo.
Minute gone here in round number 2, and the power of Reeves kind of displaying itself again. Early right hand in this round, I think, caught Julius Daniels' attention. Daniel, the 39-year-old who has those 2 stoppages coming in here at Country Box, is facing a whole different situation tonight. Good work by Reeves, and punctuated by an overhand right and another right. Julius Daniel looks like he may be stunned again. And doing some holding on the inside is Daniel. Antonio Reeves demonstrating an excellent offense that belies his 4-31 record, 4-31 record, in which he has had a hard time getting wins.
If he could like continue this like offense the way he's doing it and stop guessing and feel it, you see it.
Well, he's been pretty aggressive in this round, and there he is working the body and the head. Now, Daniel is a good puncher, so Reeves has to be responsible defensively. Because Daniel does have power, and we've seen it. But right now, with a little more than a half minute left to go in round number 2, the Reeves power is dictating the pace here.
Yeah, you can't listen to the crowd. They get you hyped up. And, like he's winning this fight right now.
There's Daniel coming back with some good body shots. Reeves has slowed his pace down here after a really good pace through most of the second round. So this bout is heading to the halfway point, and so far it has been controlled by Armando Reeves, the 29-year-old from Jefferson City, Missouri. And in round 2, he continued his offensive work to the body and the head, throwing really good combinations downstairs, and a couple of those right hands got the attention of Julius Daniel.
They most definitely did. Like right now, you're seeing like Julius Daniels. He's hitting the one, one punch, boom, boom, kind of keep him off of him. But with Reeves, like literally putting together combinations, 4 or 5 combinations in that round, that's definitely going to get the judges' attention.
Yeah, very, very effective work by him, and stunned Daniel again with a right hand. So we're headed into round number 3, and it would not be unreasonable to assume that Julius Daniel is behind by 3 points in this fight. Round 1 was likely a 10-8 round, and it would be hard to imagine Daniel not losing round number 2. So we're headed to the 3rd round, and Armando Reeves, the 29-year-old from Jefferson City, Missouri, a shorter man, and the left-hander is Julius King of Hearts Daniel, the former Army vet who is a carpenter by trade, wants to assemble a victory here tonight, but he's finding it hard to do. Daniel jabbing his way in, and he's jabbed to the body well, and he's trying to set up that straight left hand, and he has a good one.
But the thing about Daniel is, though, he's only like throwing one or 2 punches. Like he's throwing that same jab. But like when it comes to Armando Reeves is, you see he's putting combinations together. Yeah, it's not exactly pretty. Everything is not landing, but it's definitely putting Daniel's kind of on his back foot. He doesn't like it.
Yeah, Reeves' combination punch has been very effective. Daniel's jabbing that way to try and set up that straight left hand, and he hasn't quite gotten it there yet. That's why he's jabbing downstairs and to the head, but hasn't been able to get that left hand in. And that's the punch he used against Jalen Green and also against D'Artagnan Ware to hurt them. Another right hand by Reeves. Daniel's been busier in this round, but still hasn't been able to land something of significance that would turn this around.
Yeah, I see every punch. Like, I mean, we've seen punches landed, but
here comes Reeves back again with a series of right hands. And he gets Daniel backing up. And now here's Julius Daniel trying to come back and seize an opportunity after he'd been hit with some beautiful rights.
I mean, every punch I think that's like meaningful came from Reeves. And it's got to be getting the attention of the judges. That shot right there, that body shot from Daniels was a great shot. That second body shot from Daniels was a great shot. And you saw like Reeves had to take a deep breath and kind of pull down the shorts.
Yeah, Daniels a good body puncher as well. About a half minute left to go here in what has been yet another good round for Armando Reeves. Even though Daniel did some work effectively early in the round, some more of the big punches have been landed by Reeves. And there's the jab coming into play for Reeves, and we haven't seen that punch as much, but it's hard for me to believe that Armando Reeves has the record he has.
Yeah.
He doesn't look like a 4-31 fighter. I mean, he really doesn't. It's interesting. Been around boxing a long time, and most 4-31-year-old fighters don't look like he has looked here tonight. Against a good opponent. Julius Daniel is a solid fighter.
Like, you know, you got to think this. These guys like take a fight off the streets, you know, just like last minute notice, maybe a week and a half. And he's coming out here, you know, giving his best. Like right now, it seems like Reeves has had time to be able to train for this fight. And, you know, he has a hand speed, and it looks like he's seen film against Daniels.
Yeah, I don't know, but I'll tell you what, though, he is. In addition to all of that, the technique that Armando Reeves has shown in this fight is very good. So that's why it shocks me to have that record. Well, all of that having been said, we're heading into round number 4, the final round of this fight, and Julius Daniel in the red trunks coming in here off 2 straight stoppage wins at Country Box, has that streak in jeopardy against Armando Reeves, who walks right out and calmly throws another right hand that lands against Daniel.
I don't know, like what Daniel's corner is telling him, like he should be going to the body. Those 2 body shots, that's one that like actually slowed Reeves down just a tad bit.
Here comes Reeves, working to the body and the head, ripping downstairs, and Daniel, he got, you could tell he's got the intention of landing something big and knows he needs to do it. Daniel, 39 years of age with a late start as a professional. Fascinating guy who is an Army veteran, former paratrooper, has been very involved in his community, and he's trying to fashion a late-in-life boxing career, but right now he's in jeopardy of maybe having this fight slip away from him. And there comes Reeves again, and Reeves has been fighting as a lefty and being very effective from that posture. Very solid performance from 29-year-old Armando Reeves.
Yeah, definitely got to give him a hand for this. And I'm glad he doesn't have a guy that's going to stop it prematurely.
And the thing about it is it's been a solid performance technique-wise and in every other way. And he is blasting Julius Daniels. So he's trying to put an exclamation point on this fight. And Daniel is in serious trouble here in round number 4.
I think Daniels is done. I think he's done.
Well, I mean, I don't think he's going to hang in there if he can, but he's certainly in trouble.
His body language is saying he was done. Yeah, I had to say.
Well,
like,
the
his body
referee
language.
decides it's, or maybe his corner threw it in. But yeah. Julius Daniel, 39-year-old veteran, stopped by Armando Reeves. So Reeves, who came into this fight with a less than glittering record, rightfully gets acclaim from his corner and the fans in a superb performance And we'll see how he dominated Daniel in that last round and ultimately made the referee stop the fight.
Yeah, I mean, you can tell, like, just the body language, you know, like in playing sports, when you have a person that's just like, they have that body language and they just want to quit, you just keep going. Like, you kind of see it, like, on a replay where he just, you know, like, boom, like, Reeves is just, like, landing punch after punch after punch. And then, like, it's not knocking down Daniels, but Daniels' body language is like, I'm tired of getting hit. I think I'm done.
Yeah, he was stunned by those shots. There's no question about that. And it ends up being a TKO win for Armando Reeves in the fourth round. And that short circuits that winning streak by Julius Daniel and gives Armando Reeves at 29 reason to celebrate and reason to look forward to another fight. I mentioned he was stopped in round 1 of his last professional match. So this represents a very big change for him. And the way he fought is what I think is most impressive. He didn't just win this fight by brawling or with a lucky punch. His performance was a very good technical performance. Everything he did was correct.
I hope he has his corner. I hope he stays with his corner, and he'd be able to, like, train.
Yeah,
because he can, like,
he can fight.
Yeah, he can fight. He has hand speed. He has technique. Like, I want to see him fight more.
Yeah, we'll see. Maybe we'll bring him back. Hopefully, he'll come back to Country Box. Let's go to TJ.
All right, folks. Hey, that was a battle right there in the very last round at 2 minutes, 10 seconds by TKO. Dr. Stoppage from Jefferson City, Missouri, your boy, Armando Reeves. Now, folks, as we're waiting for these gentlemen to leave the ring, we're about to get into some mariachi music. But speaking of music, we have some music royalty in the building. We have Nashville royalty in the building. Y'all know my man Yellow Wolf is in the building. Put your hands together. Yellow Wolf, where you at, brother? Can I talk to you, please? What's up, Yellow Wolf? Hey, you never know who's going to be here. Rick Ross, Yellow Wolf, Albert Hainsworth. You want to say something before Yellow Wolf gets in here? Real quick, man.
Hey, I want to say thank you to everybody that came out today. I appreciate y'all. I want to give a big thanks to Ashley and Jimmy. I want to thank Tyler, my manager. Good dude, man. I love you. And I just want to thank God for giving me the victory. It's been a long journey for me, and I took a lot of losses. But tonight we put all that behind us, and we showed him who he was, and that's what's going to happen every time.
Hey, well said, man. Well said. Hey, and you put on a phenomenal performance. How'd you like that fight? Hey, y'all, check out who I just found. Yellow Wolf in the building. Hey, let's hear it for Yellow Wolf. I can't believe that I get to do this for real. Hey, man, what'd you think about that fight? I know you were in the back. Did you get to see any of it?
Yeah, that was an amazing bout, man. This is the second event I've been with Jimmy Adams, Freeway Ricky, of course, my brother Edward Crow running Murder Cigars, sponsor of this fight. This is my second fight, and I'm glad it's here in Nashville. This is an awesome event, for sure.
Man, it's so good to see, man. And last time we were at a much smaller venue. What do you think? Hey, this new spot, this feels like a little Nashville Vegas right here, just a little bit, right? It's got kind of a Caesar's Palace vibe.
Yeah, I love this spot. I'm coming back during the week to do some shopping. I'm gonna do some, get on my Mexican culture shit. I'm coming back over here to do some shopping, get some Mexican blankets and shit.
I just heard some girls celebrating. They think you buying it for them, man. You buying anything for the ladies? Look, hey, he said not for y'all. He just buying for himself. Yellow Wolf, you know who's sitting to say hi? Bones Owens, man. Y'all were just out on tour. How'd the tour go?
Tour has been great. 45 albums coming out soon. But this event is for the fighters. Freeway Ricky, Murder, Jimmy Adams, this was about, I'm just a guest here, just an observer, man. Happy to be here, and thank you guys for a warm welcome yet. And make some noise for all the fighters out here putting in the work. It's a really tough sport to come up in, and I give all my flowers to the fighters out here doing their thing.
Always humble, man. Always an honor, man. Really. And like he said, you don't play boxing, right? You play basketball, you play football. You don't play in this ring. So shout out to Freeway Ricky Ross. Shout out to Murder Cigars. My man, Yellow Wolf. Hey, yo, we gonna keep the action going. Thank you so much, man. Always love seeing you, man. It's such an honor. Really. I mean that. I know you're a humble dude, but it means a lot to me. All right, y'all. We're going right from Yellow Wolf. Sabrina, can you believe it? That was Yellow Wolf right there. That's crazy, right? I know. Hey, but he's a humble dude. He keeps all the attention on the fighters. Really, really good guy, man. Check out his new album. I think he said 45 is the new album. Check that out. All right. Look who's ready. The Mariachi Mexico Internacional. Let's go.
Ay, 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 viva Jalisco. Ay, 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 viva el mariachi. Cuando suena el mariachi, el mundo canta, el mundo canta. Cuando suena el mariachi, cuando el mariachi suena, el mundo canta, el mundo canta. Cuando suena el mariachi. ¡Viva el mariachi!
gracias. Muy amables por los aplausos, gracias, gracias. Happy 5 de Mayo, everyone. Gracias por estar con nosotros aquí.
And we are back. You were just entertained by the Led Zeppelin of mariachi. We're here at Country Box, where country music meets boxing. And here we are talking to Dakota, the Rooster Ballard, one of the up-and-coming, hugest stars to come from in MMA in the Nashville area. And I got all kinds of questions. First of all, why is your nickname Rooster?
That's a great question. I get asked that a lot because I'm the cock of the walk, baby, the king of the pen. You come to my pen, you come correct. That's what I said in my last interview. But yeah, I think it's a persona of mine. I exude a lot of confidence, and I walk around with my chest out, and I'm a big guy. And shout out to Blake Mitchell and Chad Pennington. Those are my teammates. And Blake came up with that originally, and I denied it for so long, and then they talked me into it, and I just started to roll with it, man. It kind of just stuck. So call me the Rooster.
Do you wear anything that screams Rooster?
No, I don't at all. I think it's just more so of just my persona, how I carry myself. But I have thought about, like, on my walkout, carrying the Gamecock, when I walk out, just, for, cinematic or dramatic effect, But, and there's nothing that I wear that would insinuate that. It's just more so how I carry myself and who I am as a person.
You ought to come out whenever the first thing you hear is a rooster crow, and then a song blares, and you come flaring out.
Yeah, well, so that's a great idea. So we'll have a rooster crow, and then we'll have Rooster by Alice in Chains. Yeah, right. So we'll walk out to that. So that'd be pretty cool. Yeah.
So let me ask you this: you're in MMA, so that's mixed martial arts, and you have a plethora of different styles that you can fight with. You said that you started off as a wrestler or a kickboxer or karate, and then you went into wrestling. What is do you have jiu-jitsu background? Do you have a boxing background? Tell me some more about your mixed martial arts.
Yeah, so, the only background I have is I did karate at a young age, and I kind of quit that at 14. I got my black belt, and then just went into other sports, didn't have time. So to say that really translates, it's really hard to say. Maybe, being light on the feet and things like that, maybe the quick twitch muscles. It's really hard to say because I was still so young. But then I went into wrestling as a senior and wrestled. So that's a little bit of the background. But, I'm a striker at heart, man. I'm a violent dude, and I like to hit people, and I like to hit people hard. And wrestling is just, it's kind of boring. It's necessary for MMA, but if I had, an option, a decision, we're going to sit there, we're going to punch each other until somebody gets knocked out.
Well, with karate being your background, do you like to kick as well?
I do like to kick. I arm wrestled at a professional level, actually, as a young adult. And when you work out a lot and you lift a lot of heavy weights and you never stretch, all your joints and your ligaments and everything, they just tighten up. So it's taken me a year to be able to throw a body kick. But yeah, I do love to kick. It's something I'm trying to add to the repertoire of my style. But it's more so, of course, until that point I've been doing a lot of handwork, a lot of boxing, techniques and things like that.
JT Conway swears by you. He says that you are going to be the next huge star that comes out of Nashville. So tell me this. What is your next bout, and what are your plans to move forward? I know that you want to go into the UFC or the PFL or something like that. Tell me, what are your plans to get there?
Yeah, that man has a lot of confidence in me, man. And even talking to him and a lot of people, they say the same thing. It's kind of a lot of pressure, right? So all I got to do is perform, and that's what I train to do. So that being said, June 27th, that's when my next fight's supposed to be. Nobody in Tennessee, they want to fight me, man. I don't know what it is. I don't know if they see my knockouts or what it is, but no one wants to fight me. The guy that I was supposed to fight, he just backed out. So we're looking for somebody to fill that position for June. It is for a title. If anybody's watching, if you're not scared to fight me, give whoever a call, Hub City Promotions, Jackson, Tennessee, and we'll get it set up because I'll fight anybody.
That is fantastic. You heard it right here. This guy, Dakota, the Rooster Ballard, he says he'll take all comers, bring them on. The Rooster is going to crow. We're back to you guys.
Well, we're getting ready for some middleweight action. A couple of veterans, to be sure. Marlon Thomas, who was once a top 154-pounder in middleweight, still boxing at age 53, and we'll tell you more about that as things go on. Taking on Alejandro Fugon, who is a 39-year-old veteran, and those are the particulars on these two fighters. Let's go up to JT Conway.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have 2 fights left. This is your co-main event of the evening. Now, Entering the ring in the blue corner, from Los Angeles, California, Alejandro Primetime Fugon.
Here comes Alejandro Fugon. He has a 4-11-4 record. He's got 4 KOs. He lives in Palmdale, California now by way of Mexico. His last fight was April 11th, just about a month ago. And here's the interesting thing. He lost by majority decision over 6 rounds to 21-year-old Gabriel Mercedes, who was 3-0 at the time. So he's a guy that comes in to compete. He's not just there to fill a space, and very nearly got a win over an undefeated fighter his last time out.
And his opponent in the red corner, fighting out of Detroit, Michigan, the trouble man, Marlon Thomas.
Well, Marlon Thomas from Detroit, Michigan, started his pro career, believe it or not, in 1991. Over that long period, has been fighting still all through that period, but he's had some multiple-year layoffs. This is his first fight since 2022. I asked him why he came back. He said, I never left. He trains fighters. He is a self-described gym rat. He was with Emmanuel Stewart for
the
many.
Yeah, the late great man.
Yeah, the late great Manny Stewart for many years, and he is a trainer himself of fighters as well. But he keeps fighting. He's got 2 more fights already scheduled in Detroit. One of them is 2 weeks from tonight, so we'll see how he fares this evening. Again, to look at the numbers for these 2 men. That record for Marlon Thomas has included matches against really good fighters like Joshua Clottey, Carlos Bojorquez, and several other would-be champions as well. Vernon Forrest, who was a world champion, and those were some years ago, but he feels he can still compete, and we're going to find out how well he does against Alejandro Fugon. Here's JT.
All right, folks, our next fight of the evening, scheduled for 4 rounds in the middleweight division, presented to you by Jimmy Adams Promotions. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, weighing in 164.4 pounds, a veteran of 19 professional fights, fighting out of Los Angeles, California, primetime Alejandro Fugon. And in the red corner, weighing in at 165.4 pounds, he has a professional record, 38 wins, 9 defeats, 1 draw, 22 of his wins came by way of knockout. Fighting out of the fighting city of Detroit, Michigan, the trouble man himself, Marlon Thomas.
We went over all the rules in the back. Listen to me at all times. Keep it clean. Touch them up. Good luck. God bless.
Co-main event, Cinco de Mayo. Let's go.
So we're set to go for round number 1, and for Alexander Fugon, not often you can be 39 years of age and be 14 years younger than your opponent. Doesn't happen too often.
You tell me I have a chance.
You have a chance, Albert. You can still do it. Here we go, round number 1 of the scheduled 4-rounder.
That's a good shot by Fugon. He got a good left hand to the chin.
Thomas, who said he's enjoying training fighters, he just doesn't want to stop boxing, and he feels he can do it for a little while longer. And he said, I train with them and train all the time, so I'm in good shape, and we'll see how he does here against Fugon.
He's also like a student in the ring, so he knows how to move around. He knows every little trick of the trade. He said he started his career like in 1990. 92?
91, yeah.
91.
Yeah, and he was a very solid fighter as a contender. And there's an overhand right from Thomas.
I mean, just to say, I was 10 years old in 91. just to say it. Like,
yeah, think about that.
Right. Professional has been doing it that long. It's impressive.
Yeah. Good left hook downstairs by Thomas. And I mentioned Fugone in his last fight, having that majority decision loss to Gabriel Mercedes, who, as I said, undefeated and a 21-year-old. So Fugone, and you can see it by Fugone's body language and everything. He's not in here to take a space. He's in here to compete. Despite not having a great record, and we saw Armando Reeves in our last fight show us that records don't always mean everything.
They don't. It's
and
like everybody can be beat at 1 day or a time.
Yeah, and sometimes fighters that don't have great glittering records, they're capable of pulling upsets. Fugone working on the inside, kind of a short chopping right hand. Under a minute left to go here in round number 1 in the scheduled 4-rounder. Thomas does throw the overhand right. He did back in the day when he was boxing against those top fighters I mentioned.
One thing just like from looking at the corners before these guys ever threw a punch against each other. How does it for Fugone? Because he's had his back turn. I didn't think he was ready for this fight, but it's actually coming out. Right now, I think he would be winning this round.
Yeah, it's a close round for sure. Could go either way. Neither man has used the jab very much. Well, there's Thomas using it to the body.
That was a very right on the bell.
Fugone distressed because he thinks Thomas threw a punch after the bell, but no action from the referee.
Yeah, that was very right on the bell. So it wasn't a late punch.
Round 1 in the books, a close round between Alejandro Fugone, the 39-year-old, now living in Palmdale, California, from Mexico originally, and Marlon Thomas, the 53-year-old who last fought in 2022 with a KO win over William Davis, and is now back in the ring.
With Thomas, you think how many times he's actually fighting. I know he's training fighters and he's in the ring with them, but is it a difference in the scrimmage to now you're sitting here fighting and you're under the lights? Because he felt he looked like he was a little bit not gassed, but sitting back and taking in some air.
Well, yeah, when you have that big a layoff and you're 53, it could have a dramatic influence, and it may be in this fight.
Regardless of your training.
Yeah, no matter what you do, at any moment it might be the last, you could get quote-unquote old.
So I should definitely just say I'm retired.
Yeah, change your mind.
Yes.
Now, Fugone is rightfully pressuring Thomas. He feels he's in against an older opponent. He wants to keep pressure on him, both physically and mentally, and see if he can. And there's the jab from Fugone, and counter right from Thomas. The jab was underused in round 1, but now Fugone going to, and they are talking to each other. They've been chatting back and forth, and I don't think chatting's really the right word. During the whole first round or so, Fugone especially.
Yeah, you don't see Thomas saying a lot back.
No, he did say a little, but not as much as Fugone is.
Yeah.
Fugone just kind of not throwing a lot, but keeping steady pressure by coming in against Thomas, and there was a nice right hand. Good hook and a beautiful right by Fugone as he again continues the pressure and the jab and continues to taunt Marlon Thomas. Alejandro Fugon gets hit with a nice combination, but he's very animated in there.
Yeah, that's the one thing. I was like, about talking. Like me being on the field, I never talked. And then like my kids, I see my kids like they play sports, and they're pretty good. And I can tell, especially with my young one, like when he's
down goes Fugon.
And what I was saying, when you start running your mouth, like you're giving the other person an opportunity to be more dominant.
Well, Marlon Thomas took advantage, and he got Fugon down, so there won't be too much. Well, he's still talking. Fugon's trying to say, you didn't really hurt me, but the knockdown, of course, will have an impact on the scoring. And Fugon trying to come forward to kind of negate the advantage that Thomas created with that. We'll see if how much Fugon was hurt by that.
He might not have been hurt, but his scorecard is hurt.
Yeah, it will make this likely a 10-8 round, which in a 4-rounder is a problem. So, round 2, eventful. After Fugon had controlled virtually all of the round, really controlled it, and even had Thomas in some trouble on the ropes, it was Marlon Thomas who came back and scored a knockdown. And there wasn't a complaint from Fugon, so I don't know if he.
No, it was definitely a real knockdown.
It looked like it was a knockdown, and that would change the dynamics of this fight for sure to some degree, even with 2 rounds left to go.
But it's like, to me, like the talking. I hate talking. Like I mean, like you prove it. You prove it in the ring. You prove it on the field. You prove it on the court. Like anybody who's like talking to me, that like gets you out of your game. I tell my kids this, like, the talk, you're getting yourself out of your game. If another kid is talking, you might as well prove it on the court, the field, or in the ring. That's what you got to do.
Well, we'll see in round 3 here how things play themselves out. They're wiping up some water from Thomas's corner. So Marlon Thomas in the white trunks, 53-year-old. Former contender at 154 and 160 pounds back in the day, fighting for the first time since 2022 against Alejandro Fugon, who was winning round 2 after it looked like he might have won round 1. And Marlon Thomas put him down. And we'll see if the momentum can continue for Thomas here into round number 3. Fugon, the 39-year-old. From Mexico originally, now living in California. He's been the pursuer, Fugon, for most of this fight. And was doing well in that second round before Thomas scored the knockdown.
You see, like, Thomas popping that jab and, like, right into Fugon's face. You see Fugon's face is, his nose is red. Actually, could be a little bit of blood about to come through. Straight down the pipe.
It's about halfway through this 3rd round. Fugon still coming forward, lands a right hand. And some body work. Got Marlon Thomas in the corner and landed a nice left hook. We'll see if Thomas is in trouble or just playing possum, but Fugon's certainly going after him in there.
Definitely looks like possum.
Well, yeah, but there were a few punches that got through there, so it was a good sequence for Fugon, but we'll see how Thomas comes back now. Under a minute left to go here in round number 3. Kind of a deep sigh by Marlon Thomas as he moves backwards.
Yeah.
Lands a nice right hand. There's a feint by Fugon. We haven't seen that too much. That would be helpful to him as he comes forward.
You do like our Mexican fighters, they're always like coming forward. They got strong chins. It's very hard to knock them out like that type of way. And, he has that heart like what he's doing. I mean, he is getting stuck in the face. You can see his nose running. He has, of course, talent, as we see, but let's see what happens here.
Good right, but a nice counter shot by Fugon as Thomas landed the right hand. Right at the bell. Well, that one, you might make a case, kind of came after the bell, and that was what Fugon was complaining about after round one, but no action taken by the ref. A very close third round, and a reminder that in round two there was a knockdown by Thomas over this man, Alejandro Fugon, and that in theory would have made that, in all likelihood, made it a 10-8 round. So that always has a dramatic effect in a four-rounder. And they're being demonstrative in that corner, I'm sure, telling Alejandro Fugon, you need to win this round and maybe do something decisive in it. Now, it's possible Fugon won rounds 1 and round 3. It's possible, which would make this an even fight if, in fact, the judges gave him both those rounds.
Yeah, I don't know. Like
he's likely to have won one of them. Whether he won two depends.
I definitely think he won the first round. But like that round right there, he didn't complain after that late hit. You know, before in the first round, he did complain.
Yeah, but I mean, he had a pretty good round though. So we'll see. Anyway, we're in round 4, the final round of our penultimate fight this evening. Marlon Thomas, the 53-year-old in the white trunks, and 39-year-old Alejandro Fugon. Middleweights battling it out. Knocked down by Thomas in round 2 of Fugon, one of the major stories in this fight. And throughout this fight, just when it seems like Thomas might be getting a little tired or maybe looks like he's fading a bit, he'll come back with a good right hand or a left hook or something that kind of belies that. Good jab by Fugon.
I think his thing is they're like Thomas. His thing are about precision. Like he's landing nice shots. He doesn't throw a lot of volume punches, but like when he throws, I mean he's close to landing or he's putting he's making it look good for the judges.
Yeah, he's had some nice moments. Fugon has been busier for sure, and has been more of the aggressor.
And that's the one thing I was like, you see, like when you have 3 different judges, to see like, hey, some judges love the busyness.
Yeah.
Some judges love the straight quality of the punches. So me, I'm kind of like always been a Floyd Mayweather fan. Like Floyd might not throw a lot of punches, but he's always landing with precision.
Well, he always
accuracy.
Yeah, his landing percentage in the comedy box was always around 50%, which was staggering.
Yes.
That's accuracy beyond. And there's Thomas missing with the hook. Nice right hand by Fugon. And again, it's Fugon coming forward and landing some pretty good shots there on the inside against Thomas. And the body language right now favors Fugon because he is doing most of the work and bullying Thomas.
I don't think Thomas is hurt. He's landed some punches, but I don't think Thomas is hurt.
Well, he might not be hurt, but he's taken a lot of punishment for the last 30, 40 seconds in this round, and it was a good beginning for Fugon as well. So we'll see how that plays out. Fugon on the inside, chopping away with the right hand. And we have only a few seconds remaining in this 4th round, a round in which Alejandro Fugon kind of took control for the last 2 minutes of this round.
Oh.
And despite the harsh words, a little hugging going on between these 2 veterans. So, round number 2 was a seminal moment when Marlon Thomas knocked Fugon down, but Fugon really dictating the pace in round number 4. Rounds 1 and rounds 3 become the fulcrum of this fight. How were they scored? Which way did they go? I don't think there's much doubt that Fugon won that 4th round, and there's certainly no doubt that Thomas knocked him down in round number 2. It's how rounds 1 and 3 go that may dictate this fight.
What's your scorecard?
You know, I don't score fights when I'm announcing them, but my guess would be that definitely 2 of the rounds that weren't a knockdown went to Fugon, maybe 3. If he got all 3, of course, he's going to win the decision. If he only got 2 of them, he will lose the decision. So, I don't know. What do you think?
You know, it's like hard. Like I know these judges, but like I've never just really paid attention to how they score. Some are more like they love the busier side, and they not the quality of punches. So, to be honest, it could be forgone.
Yeah,
you know?
I mean, you can see it going either way.
Yes.
I mean, sometimes you're not going to win all 3 of those rounds, but he might have. And for Thomas, you know, he knows one thing. He had that 10-8 round that will help him. And so, in any case, 53-year-old Marlon Thomas shows us that he can still hang in there in the ring. And he mentioned he's got a fight scheduled in 2 weeks in Detroit. We'll see if he continues that. And he's having fun with the crowd here in Nashville, Tennessee.
He said, "I'm still an old man, but I still get it."
Well, we're going to find out how this one went.
All right, folks, our co-main went the distance. Oh, I thought they wanted to go one more round, but I think they're good. All right, everything's cool. We go to the judges' scorecards. All 3 judges scored it the same, 39-36. For your winner, by unanimous decision, Detroit, always in trouble, man, Marlon Thomas.
Well, all judges had it 39-36 for Marlon Thomas, which means they gave 1 round to Alejandro Fugon in that 4-rounder. So that's a little surprising. But nonetheless, Marlon Thomas, 53-year-old, gets his first win since 2022, and he's celebrating. So is Rick Ross. And he'll go back to Detroit, a happy man. And maybe he'll fight in a couple weeks. We'll see.
You got to see, like, when do you ever get to be in the ring with Rick Ross? And I'm talking about the real Rick Ross. So, like, why not show out at 53 years old? Hell, I wish I had that injury at 53.
Yeah.
I got 9 more years.
You got a little ways to go before you're there. You got a lot of energy now, though, that's for sure. Well, a good win for Marlon Thomas and a good effort by Alejandro Fugon for sure. And now we're getting ready for our main event. Christopher Houston, the Brooklyn, New York native who is 2-0 as a professional, taking on Taryn Ward in our main event, a 6-round featherweight battle. And for Houston, who is just signed up here with the Country Box folks, making his debut here in Nashville, wants to put on a good show, and Taryn Ward would like to upset the apple cart. Up to
All right,
Conway.
folks. Hey, that was quite a performance by the Trouble Man. This is a family show, man. You can't be dancing like that. Getting freaky with his old self. Gray beard, and he still got it. All right, hey, it's main event time, ladies and gentlemen. The last fight of the night. When you see everybody in the ring, you know what time it is. Let's introduce our fighters first. Entering the ring in the blue corner, St. Louis, Missouri's own, the Silent Killer, Taryn Ward.
Here comes Taryn Ward into the ring. And this gentleman comes in here with a 5-17 record with 3 KOs. And we learned earlier in this evening not to judge a boxer just by his record. He last fought April 18th. So not that long ago, 6-round loss to Josh Broder. Very busy fighter. He fought 9 times in 2025.
All right, and his opponent here in the main event of the evening, in the red corner, fighting out of Brooklyn, the Hitman, Christopher Houston.
Here comes Chris Houston. My apologies to J.T. Conway. I flipped his name before, but he knows I know who he is. And here comes Chris Houston. Last pro fight was back on August 9th when he won a 4-round decision over Muhammad Nouri. He's a left-hander in the ring, a stylish boxer. He won 2023 and 2024 New York Golden Gloves, now called the Ringmaster. And you look at the numbers for these fighters, they're similar in dimensions. Ward younger at 22. And for Chris Houston, hoping that he can make a good debut here at Country Box, as is Terran Ward.
All right. Tonight, folks, it is my honor, as always, to introduce my friend, the gentleman who lets me do this every month, which I'm so grateful for, Nashville's all-time greatest promoter, the promoter of this, the 41st edition of Country Box, my friend, our own promoter extraordinaire, Jimmy Adams. And I say this every time, but right beside him, y'all better keep clapping. Matter of fact, you better get a little louder. We got Ashley Adams, right, the woman beside the man, Miss Ashley Adams. And then tonight, we would like to recognize the Pledge of Allegiance. So folks, if you would, go ahead and stand for me. Tonight, this is going to be led by my friend. This is my favorite part of the night. Go ahead and stand up, folks. We're going to do the Pledge of Allegiance with Miss Addie Adams. Addie, how you feel? You ready? You're a pro at this, right? All right, here we go. Everybody up. Where's the flag? There it is. All right, here we go.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic of which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Addie Adams! What's up, Addie Adams? I love that part. It's my favorite part of the show every time. All right, if you will, folks, please remain standing. We have the very beautiful, the very talented, my friend, looking so nice tonight. I like the red for Cinco de Mayo. You want to wear the scarf? It's sweaty. You don't want to wear it. All right, y'all put your hands together. Miss Debbie Bennett.
By the dawn's early light, what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the
Debbie Bennett, everyone. Beautifully done. Beautifully done.
I got to say, Al, two fighters, they didn't take their eyes off of each other, even doing the Pledge of Allegiance or the national anthem.
Yeah, a lot of staring contests between Chris Houston and Taryn Ward. It was very intense.
You know, that was like one thing I did when I played. Like, I mean, like there, of course there was like the the national anthem. But I just wanted to find my guy who I'm going against, that starter, and it's like stare him down. He probably didn't even know it because of course we're across like a 40-yard field. But I just wanted to
that
stare him
concentration
down.
on him. Yeah. Well, that's what we had from these two fighters for sure. And
ready to
let's
see
go
it.
up to JT.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's main event time. I don't know if y'all noticed, but these two gentlemen did not take their eyes off one another during that entire national anthem. I think there's about to be fireworks, just like there always is here at the Plaza Mariachi. This Friday night, the action continues. Top 10 promotions. It's going to have an incredible kickboxing match. They're going to have kickboxing matches all night long. Smiling Sam Alvey will be in the building. This is going to be the new fight capital right here, Plaza Mariachi. All right, folks, our main event of the evening, presented to you by Jimmy Adams Promotions and Murder Cigars by Edward Crow. This is scheduled for 6 rounds in the featherweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, weighing in at 131 pounds, a veteran of 22 professional fights. 3 of his 5 wins coming by way of knockout, representing St. Louis, Missouri, the silent killer, Taryn Ward. And in the red corner, he weighed in at 126.2 ready pounds. This gentleman is undefeated. 2 wins, no losses. Brooklyn, stand up. Please welcome the Hitman, Christopher Houston.
Our boxers' trunks are looking good. Remember, protect yourselves at all times. Listen to my commands at all times. Any questions from anyone? Touch gloves. Come out swinging.
Main event time. Let's go, Plaza Mariachi.
So we're set to go in our main event, a 6-round featherweight encounter between the left-hander, Chris Houston, who is 2-0 as a pro, and a fellow left-hander, Taryn Ward, who is 5-17. And Ward coming out very aggressively, using the jab and a quick series of punches. And Houston ripping downstairs to the body. Houston trains out of the very renowned Gleason's Gym in New York, one of the most famous boxing gyms in the world, which still houses many great fighters and champions. Houston has an excellent jab, and you see it on display. Ward himself, of course, showed a good jab early. Both men using that punch.
Yes.
Good action on the inside.
Yeah, very good action.
Ward and Houston, 2 left-handers, banging away here in round number 1.
All right, we gotta forget about the record. You know what I mean? Like, this is a good fight right now. You got a 2-0 guy and you got a 5-17 guy, and you can't even tell which one is which.
Yeah, precisely. And Ward switches to righty, which is interesting. Oh, right hand, right hook sends Ward down.
And Ward's hurt. Yeah, Ward's hurt. Ward's hurt a little bit.
So, Rich Houston, who does not have any knockouts yet as a pro, gets a knockdown, and Taryn Ward fighting back after he was sent down by a right hook, and now moving back to the lefty stance, which is where he had better success early in the round. So a firefight here in round 1, and it produced a knockdown of Taryn Ward.
You can see Houston talking to Ward.
Under a minute left to go in what has been an eventful round 1, and Ward is back to the right-handed stance and lands a nice uppercut as Houston is coming in. Right hand by Houston again. Looks like it stunned Ward. Good action here in round number 1.
30 seconds left.
Two-way action, but Houston's punch is having a bigger effect.
That's another punch. He's going to go down.
And down goes Houston for the second time here in round 1.
He's focused. I mean, Ward is definitely focused, but looks like Houston has a little bit more power.
Seconds remaining here in round number 1, and Houston trying to get the finish, but it will be a dramatic first round for Rich Houston in what was entertaining, in addition to having those 2 knockdowns. Some good two-way action between both men. We'll revisit what happened in that round. They were going at it, and Ward was giving as good as he was getting until this right hand would send him down.
You see, like Houston, he has a lot of power, like in his punches. That those combinations, they definitely like put Ward down.
Yeah, good right hooks on a couple of occasions by Houston, and for Teron Ward, who
and they're probably landing like pretty much like kind of like the same amount of punches, but it just seemed like Houston's punches are mean, like, you know, they're like matter more.
Yeah, he landed the more pronounced punches and ultimately did probably more offensive work. And of course, the 2 knockdowns would make that likely a 10-7 round, which is a big hill to climb in a 6-rounder. But we're into round number 2. Houston on the left of your screen, and Ward on the right. The 2 featherweights battling it out. Houston, with lots of good amateur credentials, undefeated, looking for his first stoppage as a pro, and he went a long way toward it with 2 knockdowns in round 1.
He's definitely starting to open up on Ward.
Big straight left by Houston. Ward has switched back and forth a lot in this fight, from righty to lefty.
It doesn't seem like it's bothering Houston at all.
No, I don't think it is a problem for him. Chris Houston has a very good right hook to both the body and the head.
You can see like Ward Sports corner, it keeps telling him to keep taking the angles. I mean, when he sits right in front of like Chris Houston, he's been able to tee off on him. And he's having some great luck, great power.
Ward has done some good work on the inside. It just hasn't been enough to really discourage Houston. And for the first 2 rounds in this second round, Houston's been more effective on the inside.
Ward spit out his mouthpiece.
The mouthpiece of Ward, I believe, hit the canvas, and the referee didn't see it, I suppose, because they would have stopped the action. Houston now putting the pressure on, and I think really, there's that hook. The right hook of Houston has been an effective weapon in this match. Under a half minute left to go here in round number 2 in this 6-rounder. And now the referee sees the mouthpiece and puts it right back in his mouth, which is interesting.
5-second rule.
I guess, yeah, apparently, yeah. Right hook downstairs by Houston. And Ward fighting back. You got to give him a lot of credit for battling in both these rounds.
He's definitely been battling back. You would never see like I said, like we look at like Ward's record, 5-17. He looks better than 5-17. I mean, he's real outmatched right now with Houston, like because Houston is landing all types of punches that's definitely like putting water on his heels, but man, he's still fighting back. He's still throwing nice combinations. He's still landing.
Yeah, Ward has acquitted himself well, even, which is rare to say when someone's been down twice. And Houston has certainly shown lots of power. Those right hooks by Houston to both the body and the head have been so good. And there's one to the head.
Yeah, great punches. Great right hands.
We are headed to round number 3 of the scheduled 6-rounder between Chris Houston of Brooklyn, New York, and Taryn Ward of St. Louis, Missouri. Ward was down twice in round number 1.
Shots. I mean, they're like some pop shots, but he's getting hit with some great shots. He keeps coming forward. I'm not really sure what Ward's corner is talking about, but punching him out.
They're trying to encourage their man and saying he's not gonna be able to punch that way for 6 rounds. That which is,
be a punching bag. For
optimistic thinking, but they're trying to pump up their man. And Ward has fought pretty well in this round. Took a big right hook, though, right there.
He has. I mean, he's been taking some great shots. But he's showing definitely part.
Yeah, the difference in this fight has been the power of Houston. Even though he doesn't have a knockout yet as a pro, he can punch. Good left hand by Ward. And this round, much like the others, has had some good exchanges, but mostly controlled by Houston. We're headed, 1 minute left to go here in round number 3 as we head toward the halfway mark of this 6-rounder. Big overhand left by Houston. We've seen the right hook from him, but that was one of the better left hands he's thrown.
I think Ward's corner should stop talking.
Houston coming forward, throwing some nice combinations, and Ward still battling away on the inside with the uppercut. When they're both lefty, it really makes for an intriguing matchup because it's like watching mirror images, except for the fact that Houston's power is a little bit bigger than Ward's.
Definitely a lot powerful. And don't get me wrong, Ward's throwing some good punches, but
Houston punctuates that 3rd round with a big uppercut at the end.
Let's see what it is. Get this on our screen right here.
Both the hand speed and power of Houston on display in the last round. We are headed to round number 4. We've reached the halfway point of this 6-rounder. Al Bernstein, along with Albert Hainsworth, Mike Rogers, who's been interviewing folks backstage, and we hope you've been enjoying the evening.
A great young round and a great night of young fighters here at Country Box that we appreciate, especially on Cinco de Mayo.
Yeah.
We got a beautiful crowd out here.
Yeah, good crowd here at Plaza Mariachi, and they've been treated to some good boxing in the last few matches and colorful entertainment as well, highlighting the holiday at hand. Round number 4, Chris Houston, the left, the fighter now throwing those combinations, and Taryn Ward, currently both left-handers. That may change if Ward looks for a chance to go back to righty. Remember in round number 1, Houston had Ward down twice, so that made that likely a 10-7 round, which is a big scoring edge for Houston. Houston 2-0, Ward 5-17, but not fighting like a fighter with that record. He's shown heart and some skill. Both men throwing the right hook. Now, Houston talking to the corner of Ward. They've been very vocal during the course of this, and Houston is having a conversation with the corner of Ward. That's interesting. I haven't seen that for a long time.
Yeah, he's been doing that the whole entire time. That's like a corner. You might need to be quiet, but then that's kind of got the attention of Houston. And Houston's been talking back, and I think now Ward's been able to land on a couple of little shots. Not a ton, but you know, still.
I'll tell you what, this is entertaining. When they're both on the inside and both fighting from the lefty stance, Houston is getting the better of it, but it's a very entertaining sequence for both men. And Houston working the body very effectively. And now finally getting Ward to hold a little bit. I think the last minute of this round has been a seminal kind of junction in this fight. It's when I think Houston has maybe taken some physical control.
But even you got to think about this, Al. So when you're people don't think about this, but when your focus is not on your opponent and you're sitting here talking, right now I feel like Houston has definitely slowed down a little bit with his shots.
I don't know, really.
He's still sharp.
Wow. I think he's.
Right now he's still doing it because he's got an opponent that he's overmatched. Well, that little bit when you get to an opponent that's very close to your mentality, and you have some guy that's distracting you, you're taking your focus off of your opponent.
Well,
that's just how me.
That may be true, but this has been a wild round, and Houston has won most of it, but it has been exciting. And a lot of theatrics, yes, in this fight. But along with the theatrics, we have had thrilling action. This has been a very entertaining
it's a great fight. It's a great fight. I just I would tell my corner to shut up.
You are anti-talking in the ring.
I am not. I'm not about talking. I'm not talking about on the field any time. Even my kids no, we're not talking. We show who we are when we're in battle. As I say.
Well, we're headed into round number 5, and what has transpired has been 4 exciting rounds. In round 1, Chris Houston put that man to run forward, down 2 times. And what's happened since has been a firefight, mostly controlled by Houston, but with lots of exciting moments. And we are in the penultimate round for this fight. There have been more than a few moments in this match where Houston has landed power punches that Ward could have folded after those first 2 knockdowns, and Terran Ward has not. And look at him now attacking against Houston. So this has been a really good prize fight.
Yeah, he's a little bit overmatched, but he's still fighting. He's still trying to go after him. Houston's skills is definitely showing.
Yeah, very good shots getting in. Houston not hurt by them. And the uppercut, Chris Houston has shown a terrific arsenal of weapons. Good right hook to the body and the head, good uppercuts, straight left hand when he has the opportunity to throw it, and there's the jab. Both men banging away on the inside.
It's a great body shot. A great right body shot to the body of Ward. that kind of gave him a little, kind of slowed him down a little bit.
Yeah, Houston's body work has been very effective in this match.
It looks like I think I see a little blood out of Ward's nose.
So here in round 5, much of the same that we've had in this fight. Both men battling on the inside, and Houston getting, for the most part, the advantage. And there's, again, the body work by Houston. It's very, very effective.
You can see, like, that straight jab is definitely bothering Ward, because he's wiping off his nose, and he's
good hand speed, and Houston ripping shots to the head of Terran Ward in what has been a very big 5th round for Chris Houston. Ward getting on the inside, trying to match him with his activity, but boy, he's had a rough go here in round number 5 with a half a minute left to go.
Well, you see the heart of Ward, though. Ward's continuing to keep going.
Yeah, he has shown a lot of courage, and Houston has done everything in his power to try and end this fight.
If Ward can continue this fight until it's a decision, it'll be a moral victory for Ward.
Well, so there's some extracurricular activities that we don't really need after that round, especially in a fight that's been so well contested. And some words being spoken to Houston in his corner.
Yeah, but still, right now, that's hard. I know Ward is losing, and probably losing bad, but that's still hard. He's still not going to back down. He's still trying to throw punches. He's not laying down. That shows something out of Ward.
Absolutely. We've seen, we saw earlier tonight Armando Reeves, who came in with not a glittering record, beat Julius Daniel. And we've seen Ward tonight, again, not the greatest record as a pro, but his skill level belies that record, and he has fought very hard tonight against Houston, even though Chris Houston has certainly controlled this match. And a reminder that in round 1, Houston had Ward down twice. And they are doing what they've done, going at it. Nice right hand by Ward, but Houston landed a series of punches in there.
Since Ward's been down twice in the first round, his hands have gone down since. So, that just shows, hey, now he's ready for the fight. His condition, because everybody comes out with all kind of expectation and all that stuff, and then you get wowed. Now he's got his feet under him, and he's continuing to fight.
Yeah, there's no question. Ward, it shows he's fit for this fight, and, he's shown not only courage, but great intestinal fortitude. And for Houston, a superb performance. Everything he's done tonight has been really, really good, and has shown us every element you'd want from a fighter, including showing power to get those 2 knockdowns.
Yeah,
we're in round number 6 now, the last round of the evening. Big right hook. That one stunned Ward. But he fights back. This is a terrific fight on many levels, even though Houston is going to carve out probably a big decision win unless something dramatic happens here. Ward kind of holding a little bit on the inside. He hasn't done that much, but at this point, how he withstood that right hook by Houston, I don't know. And Ward still landing a few on the inside, but Houston coming back. A minute left to go in what has been a very, very fun and exciting featherweight matchup.
Absolutely. These fighters have definitely left it all in the ring.
Terran Ward of St. Louis, Missouri has shown heart, courage, and some skill. And Chris Houston has done everything in this match offensively that you would want to see a fighter do. Ward having some pretty good moments here in round 6 now. After having taken big punishment. Big uppercut by Houston. Might have hurt Ward. He's in trouble now. Wow, and the body work of Houston.
20 seconds. He's still fighting back.
This has been a remarkable boxing match. Well fought with grit, determination, and courage from really both men. What an amazing match. Well, whether they are going to show it or not, respect should have been earned by both those men.
Absolutely.
From each other. That was an extraordinary display of boxing. And there, Houston had him in trouble there. That was an uppercut that put Ward in trouble, but instead of even folding or holding that much, after this, he came back with some shots.
Try to fight back. I mean, like, 5-17, that was, record from, Ward. I can't see it.
No, I can't either. We said, well, he and Armando Reeves, who also didn't have a great. I want to go back and try to find out. I'm going to go back on BoxRec and look at everybody they fought, and I did look at it, but I didn't, look at it, scrutinize it like I'm going to scrutinize it now, just to figure out how that's possible, right? In any case, we saw a really entertaining main event here tonight. We got off to a shaky start this evening, but boy, things moved in all the right direction as we moved forward the rest of this evening, and we saw some really nice boxing, and this was an extraordinary match.
Well, Al, this is how country box goes. We start off a little shaky, but then we start showing some real talent, some real boxers, some real young boxers that we hope to see later on in the future.
And Chris Houston is the ultimate example of that. A young man who had a good amateur career, has looked very good as a pro already, and a fight like this is only going to help him. Facing a man who performed beyond maybe expectations.
Yes.
And gave him some trouble.
And he signed with Country Box, so I'm excited to see him.
We'll see him again here at
yes.
Plaza Mariachi. And now we're going to get some respect from these two men. Good deal. I'm happy to see that because that was a tremendous effort by both of them. And for Chris Houston, he did not disappoint anybody that came here to see him. And boy, neither did Terran Ward. I'd love to see Terran Ward come back here to Country Box and perform again. That would be, I think, a lot of fun for the fans.
And he got to have that corner man. That corner man is like the most amped up guy ever.
He did more commentary than we did.
Oh, yeah.
We at least let it breathe a little bit occasionally. Not the corner man. He didn't let it breathe. All right, they're tallying up the scorecards, and we're going to find out here in just a moment what happens.
Al, you see this right here? I'm getting a hug from Mrs. Jones.
Oh, there you go.
This is George.
Wife of the great music icon.
The Possum.
Yeah.
Those are my neighbor, too.
There you go. Well, we're getting ready for our decision. Let's send things up to...
All right, folks. How about that for a main event? I tell you what, that was a great fight. After going to the judges' scorecards, all three judges had it the same. With the 2 knockdowns in the first, it was 60-52 unanimously for the newest fighter in the Jimmy Adams family, the Hitman, Christopher Houston. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I am very honored to give the microphone over to the legend, the Boxing Hall of Famer, Mr. Al Bernstein.
Thank you very much. Well, let me say this to you, Mr. Houston. Not only did you fight a great fight, you fought an opponent who came here and fought well against you, and I think that makes your victory even sweeter. That was a tremendous fight.
Yeah, shout out to him for the rounds, I had him hurt a lot of times, but it's been almost a year since I've been in the ring, And then when I had him hurt, damn, I don't know y'all how many times I think I had him hurt, like damn near 10. Had him hurt, I feel like damn near 10 times, but my coach told me don't get excited when I had him hurt, and my bad, coach. I'll do extra reps in the gym for that.
Well, here's the thing about what you did this evening. Offensively, there probably wasn't anything you didn't do well. You showed an amazing arsenal of punches, and the interesting part is you had him hurt. Of course, you had the 2 knockouts. You had him hurt like 5 or 6 times during that fight. He just wouldn't go away.
Yeah, I was surprised he didn't go down, if I'm being honest with you, because there were times where his knees buckled, and I already know the ref was kind of on me a little bit, so I didn't want to really get the ref mad and hit him if he was already taking the knee. So, in hindsight, I should have hit him, but he's tough, man. I'll just give him that. He's tough. I'm just mad I didn't put him away.
So you obviously, now you're a part of the country box scene here now, and you're obviously a fighter who has an amazing upside in terms of your potential, and you felt like you got back in the flow of things tonight. What is your short-term goals and long-term goals?
I don't think short-term, I always think long-term. I'm sorry, so I got cut that question in half. My long-term goals, I'm trying to be the greatest of all time. I feel like going for anything less is a disrespect to myself, Jimmy, my coach, my family, and everyone else that believes in me back home. So I'm reaching for the stars.
Well, you're obviously a well-schooled fighter. Your technique in the ring is about as good offensively as any fighter I've seen in a long time.
I appreciate that. I got an old school coach right here, Don Saxby. He always tells me to watch the old school guys, even some of the new school guys, but really the old school guys. So I watch the guys like Willie Pep, Donald Curry, Pernell Whitaker, and he just retired, but I watch Crawford too.
Well, you showed all the skill sets that those great men have shown, and of course you want to emulate them in terms of what you do. Congratulations, that was a great win.
I appreciate that. I also want to call out a few people because there's some bums that have been ducking me. My bad, I took screenshots of their box truck and everything. Y'all not getting away. Y'all thought y'all was slick. The first bum I want to call out is Vendicio Hernandez, 4-0, 3 KOs. You're a bum. Come get this work. Take your panties off and come knuckle up. I'm here for all the smoke. The next crumb bum I got to call out is Irving Zilau. I don't know how to pronounce his last name, but you're a crumb bum too. Again, you're another one. Take your panties off and come knuckle up. Get this work. And the last crumb bum is Jason Estrada. He's the biggest bum of them all. He's a fraud. Me, I'm a real fighter. Jimmy knows, Ashley knows, all of Country Box knows. I like tough fights. I love testing myself. I'm an old school fighter. So if I see a guy that has an undefeated record, let's go. Get in this square with me right now. Let's knuckle up and let's see who's the better man. And I guarantee you I'll get my hand raised and walk out.
All right, well, that was well done. Not often you see a fighter with a 2-0 record have specific opponents to call out, so you're doing your homework. Congratulations, Evan.
Thank you, I appreciate it. I also want to give a huge shout out to my family back home, mom, dad. I want to give a shout out to my brother, a.k.a. Peter Parker. You already know who you are. That's your nickname. I want to give a huge shout out to my coach right here, Don Saxby, for taking me under his wing and showing me the ropes. My huge shout out for Cuba for coming down. A huge shout out to all my sparring partners back home, Hattie, Nana, Kamal, all of Gleason's gym. Man, I'm just grateful. And absolutely, thank you, Jimmy, for giving me the opportunity to come shine on your card. I feel like you're a great promoter, one of the best out. And I feel like you deserve more recognition. So if you're watching back home or wherever you are in the country or even the world, come on Country Box. This is a very underrated, it's underrated right now, but not too long. It's a great, great, great promotion.
All right, cool.
And I'll be back June 2nd, hopefully against one of them crumb bumps I called out. Again, take your panties off, come knuckle up, and come fight me. I'm an old school fighter. I'm not scared of nobody. I guarantee you I'll walk out of here.
All right, Chris Houston, congratulations. He left very little unsaid, that's for sure. Great effort by him, and what turned out to be a very exciting night of boxing for us. A great night of Mexican pageantry as Cinco de Mayo was celebrated. And I want to say for my partner Albert Hainsworth, for Mike Rogers who did the interviews, and for everyone here at Country Box, we're happy you watched Country Box 41, and we'll see you next time. We will leave you with more entertainment.